Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, it is day 2 of our Pathfinder week, and officially the last game that I will be running of Pathfinder this week. After me, you will see Geek James 513, and then Twitchell Sweet, both with some very cool one-shots of their own.
Wait,
But
you get the week off?
nope, I will still
know.
be here on tech, and I will still be doing streams. But before we dive into the specifics of tonight's game, we do have just a few announcements to go through. The first is that we have two sponsors for tonight's game. That is HeroForge.com and Epidemic Sound. HeroForge is what we use to make all of our cool minis that you'll see very soon. And Epidemic Sound is what we use for all of our royalty-free sounds. But in case I didn't say it, you can use either of our links there or post it in chat to go and support us, and we heckin' love you for it. Other than that, if you miss any of our streams, you can find all of them on our YouTube channel. It's Lost Caravan RPG at YouTube. And you can check out our website, lostcaravanrpg.com, if you want to learn more about the team behind the stream, as well as the community that supports us, and even shop our merch store for cool things like shirts and coffee cups, much like Dido was rocking right now.
I thought Dido was just doing a dance for the camera.
If you do want to come and roll some dice with us, we do casting calls each and every month. You can find them either on our Twitter at Lost Caravan RPG, or you can join our Discord. The link is down below that big old button that says Discord. Post said casting calls, schedules, and just generally hang out and be giant nerds. Whew. All right.
2 days. Oh.
Sorry, I'm 100% vibing to this music.
Yeah. I do want to go around, give everyone a chance for you to tell the people who you are and who you'll be playing. We'll go clockwise, starting from me, which means that we are starting with Dido.
Hello, I am Dido. Tonight I am playing Princess Tangerine, a cleric who is in search with her toad leshy friend, or her mushroom leshy friend, to find a new castle.
Yeah. Over to Bard.
I'm Bard of Goblins. I'll be playing Croaker the Monk, and I'm kind of just following Princess Tangerine and kind of just helping protect them because they're walking through the forest. They're not doing a very good job of walking through the forest.
No.
How well can you walk through a forest in high heels and a crown? Okay.
Nobility.
Crown doesn't go on your feet, darling.
That would help a lot.
Just because my heels are gilded.
Fair.
That brings us over to Bunny.
Hi, well, Bunny Foo-Foo. I am playing a little leshy rogue named Kinopio. She's just a little fun guy. She's a fun guy.
I love it.
Doing her best to keep Princess Tangerine safe. And if she can't keep her safe, to haul ass to find a hero to save her.
As you do. And then, last but not least, over to Luke.
Hey everybody, I'm Luke. I am playing the part of Corvus, a professional monster hunter. The class is Thaumaturge, and I have hired on with this group of very normal folk to explore this cursed castle that we are on our way to.
Absolutely. And that just leaves me, of course. I am.
normal?
That's subjective. Of course, that just leaves me. I'm Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. Although, like I said, you are going to see some friendly faces behind the GMC in the coming weeks. because we have some great people in the Lost Caravan that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we are here to support. Ah, music is far too cheap. Put that on a t-shirt. Um, jump into a little bit of scenes. As the sun sets on the sleepy village, Drogans, the townsfolk begin whispering about strange happening in the magical ruins of the nearby castle, Cragthorn. It's said that an ancient magical artifact has been unearthed recently by would-be grave robbers. The rumors circulating that anyone who can claim this artifact would be granted untold power. So naturally, this is drawing mercenaries, sellswords, mages, would-be nobles from all over them. Now, the villagers, they don't want anything to do with it. They're just afraid. They want someone to go in, enter this cursed castle, and retrieve the artifact, get it away from their home. All of you, eager adventurers, ready for journey and treasure and maybe friendship, are here to answer the call. With that in mind, I'm going to start off by asking whoever is in the lead right now for a survival check.
That'd probably be me, I think.
Sure?
Or the princess.
Oh no, the princess never goes in front.
Big ol' 15. You have now been walking for a while. There's roads that connect these villages, but like we said, everybody and their mother is headed this way, which means that fights have been breaking out along roads, blockades have formed, law enforcement has been called and shut down trade routes altogether. You're circumventing it. Now, you've been in these woods in particular for about 3 days. You are either getting very close to the village of Drogans, or you're in the entirely wrong place. Corvus, how confident are you right now?
Fairly confident.
Okay.
Can I assist him with my forest lore?
Ooh, yes, please.
How's a 23 for that assist?
That will bring it up to a 17. Certainly better than nothing. With the two of you out front, Pinocchio and Duchess Tangerine. The two of you have taken a little bit of a step back, watching them guide you clearing to clearing, following along rivers, hiking up mountains is probably too rough of a term. Hills. It's been a very hilly journey. As they continue to seem as confident as they were when you started, the two of you in the back, like
Dido.
muted.
And I'm muted. I
If
sneezed
that's,
and I
if that's
forgot
the
that
worst
I
thing,
muted.
if that's the worst thing that happens, we're in good shape.
I knew it was a good idea to bring along Croker and Corvus. Look at how great they're doing. And I brought my traveling heels. So at least my good shoes will be just fine for when we take over this castle. And hopefully, whatever this power is can keep me from getting kidnapped again.
I am forever grateful that you heard what I said when I told you that that plumber was no good for you.
I think it was
And
the butt crack that finally got me.
I'm glad. I'm glad that it got you eventually. I will say that I do think we need to invest in a good security system this time. And maybe hear me out. We don't answer the door for strange turtle men.
Maybe. Counter argument. We
The only
hire someone else to answer the door.
for strange turtle men?
For anybody. That way
Well,
I
no,
don't have to answer the door.
that's just a butler, my darling. That's first yes. Butler's on the list of to-dos. Meaning hiring, don't do the butler. But what we should be doing is keeping an eye on these two as well, because we don't want to have a curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal moment. Like with the plumber's brother, who's also dead now.
We'll hear a sharp whistle.
Is that coming from them?
Not. Two of you in the front see a figure step out from the clearly armed, clearly staring at you like you're all an easy mark wandering the woods. Big smile on his face, calls out to you. Lost, aren't you?
I just pop my knuckles and call out back, Croker thinks you're the one lost coming after us.
While he's talking to Croker, I would like to stealth.
Just trying to like slip out of sight, just into the brush.
Slip out of sight if I have to loop around. Just whoosh. I'm a mushroom in the forest. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Unless you want things to go real bad, real fast. Why don't you just hand over what you got and go back home?
Not gonna
Corvus, Croker thinks this guy wants to steal from us.
It's keen observation, Crooker. So, and Corvus is going to take a look around towards the trees and bushes and what have you, kind of to kind of assess the area, and say, either you're alone and outnumbered, and overconfident, foolishly so, or you've got friends. The more friends you have, the more you have to lose. So I'd get out of here if I were you.
You feel about an intimidation check.
He feels great. It almost hit that 17.
Just
Yeah.
kind of takes a step or two back. Alright, alright. You got me. Just me out here all by myself.
Can I fire my crossbow?
Would you like to join us?
Would you like to engage combat?
Toad would very much like to. Toad is protecting
Croker,
Princess, and
Croker would very much
Princess,
like to also.
Princess
So-
was about to invite this thief to our party.
so the way that this would probably happen, who is Corvus gives his speech. You are either alone or you are with friends. Either way, you have a lot to lose. And when the gentleman backs up, is when Toad would fire the crossbow bolt.
Fair enough.
As Tangerine is like, "Do you want to be our friend?" It just bing.
Patwang.
We just know from experience that the last time she did this, we all almost died.
A little bit. Like,
I got us out of. No, you guys got me out of there. No. Just no.
So if that's going on, keep in mind, everybody, I've got Scout's warning. I'm going to give everybody a +1 to their initiative rolls.
That will matter. Matter for Croaker. That puts Croaker second instead of third. The rest of you, no change.
should I roll my attack for the crossbow now or later?
On your turn. This individual is maybe a good 15 feet from Croaker and Corvus. As initiative is rolled, trap is sprung. I need the two of you to make a reflex saving.
Which two?
Me,
The two in
me and
front.
Corvus?
Yeah. By the way, you do all start with 2 hero points. You can spend to re-roll attack roll, saving throws.
Is this a magical effect?
Nope.
This trap, is it magical?
No,
No. Okay.
it's
Cool.
just a trap.
Boo.
Would
Alright.
either of you like to spend a hero point to re-roll?
Well, I can't really do much worse than 2, except unless I can do a lot worse than 2. So yeah, I'll spend one of my hero points.
Roll natural
You know,
1.
I'm gonna take it and save it for later.
Alright. Double it and send to the next person. You can just right-click it in chat and click re-roll using.
Reroll. Keep the new reroll using.
It's better.
It's a lot better.
That is a success from both of you. Not a critical success. You avoid being netted by the ropes that just suddenly lift up into the air under your feet. You're knocked prone as you dive out of the way, but you aren't held aloft in the air to get shot at by crossbow. Pinocchio, you initiated this combat, so it's only fair that you go first.
Oh. Would a +2 to that make any kind of difference? Because I just forgot that my sticky toe, I get a +2 circumstance bonus to reflex against disarm, shove, or trip.
It is not a disarm, shove, or trip.
Okay.
I should have mentioned this before you rolled. It's fine, but whoever you want to target, make sure you double right-click their token.
Oh, if
What?
this is the guy who was talking,
Yep, that one on the far right.
So that one.
16 does not hit. Hold on. He would be flat-footed because you are hidden, which flat-footed just reduces his AC by 2, which means that you are missing by 1. Brought down to a. The
Okay.
bolt just soars past him.
And I think is that. Let's see.
So 2 actions left.
Am I able to attack again, or have I only done the?
You can spend 1 action to reload, and then another action to attack at a -5.
You know, I will reload, and then I am going to stealth again if possible, so that
He has a
They don't
very
know.
clear idea of where you are.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna try to like stealth and move so he can't see
You
me.
can move, but moving and rolling yourself are two different actions.
Okay. So yeah, I'll reload and then change position.
And then just kind of run deeper into the brush.
Yep.
Brings us to Croaker.
Well, first things first for Croaker, I'm going to get into my stoked flame stance.
Spend an action to stand up.
Yes. I'm trying to put the effect on it. It's not working.
I got you.
And how close am I to the guy?
15 feet. You know what? Since you saved and you dove, we'll say that you dove an extra 5 feet, 10 feet away.
Okay. So 1, 2. I don't have enough to actually do anything because I'm not close enough. Damn it. Can I just run straight on into him and just like tackle him with a run, or is that 2 actions?
I'd be 1 action to move up to him, and then 1 to make the shove. I feel would be
Tackle.
the most apt there to try to just shove him to the ground.
Okay, but this is my 3rd action because getting up and then going in stance.
Yeah, and then
So
the
then I can
last
just
one
move,
to move
okay.
up.
Well, then I want to move up to the one closest to me, but I want to move up and around him.
Absolutely.
So I'm kind of behind him.
I will warn you that attacks opportunity aren't just when you leave an enemy's range. If you move while you're within their range, that does prevent.
I don't want to be in range, so I'm kind of like diagonal behind him.
Absolutely. No
So,
problem.
like, kind of weave around and come in.
Yeah. I think you have like 30 feet of movement
right now, so.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's 35 plus when I go into stance, I get an extra 15.
Yeah, you're fine. You could almost do a full circle around him without entering his melee range and then stop behind him.
Are we playing a game?
All right.
Sweet like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
So the one that had to duck the crossbow bolt and now just watches Croaker just sprint up behind him.
Like the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, stab him and then die immediately.
I'm going for a flanking maneuver if someone wants to flank him.
You, just to be clear, you circled around and then got adjacent to him but behind.
Yes. Like not directly behind, but like diagonal a little bit.
Perfect. He is going to just kind of turn to side-eye you, let out this growl, and gonna try to make you afearded of him.
Feared?
I doubt that's enough. What is your will DC? Which would be whatever your will bonus is plus 10.
The will bonus or the plus 10?
What do you have? What's the bonus to your will save?
Plus 10.
So your DC would be 20. So that's
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
nowhere close. You're not scared of this one band.
I just stick out my super long tongue and like wag it in his face.
Which is very unfortunate.
Oh no!
Let's go, Croaker. You can
Tongues
do
are
it.
inside body parts.
I'm gonna try to hit you with this hatchet. First one, clean miss. Second one, clean miss. Can't pin you down. That's him done. Corvus, you have a flanking partner if you want to charge up to this guy.
Okay, so I stand up, right?
Stand up.
Okay. And I'd love to do esoteric lore, but I think I'm going to make use of. So I'm going to move up to. I'm going to move up to him with a scout's charge.
Oh. You tell. What is that?
Okay, so I'm going to stride up to him. It's not going to make a big difference to me either way because he's going to be flat-footed to me either way, but I could possibly make him flat-footed to others, which is what I'm going for here. I'm going to be deceptive.
Deception check to make. Attempted feint roll. Skill D. That is a success. It is flat-footed to you.
And we will attack. With the... Okay, so why does that say that I'm... Why does it say I only have a +4 with that weapon when it should be +10?
Rokas?
Yes, I should have a feat somewhere that makes me proficient with that thing.
Proficient in an advanced weapon?
Yeah. It's well, it's not. I don't think it's an uncommon weapon. It's not advanced.
It is an advanced weapon. If you pull up the description, go to the details, the category is advanced weapon.
Okay, well, I am proficient with it, I believe.
What do you have that's giving you
Unconventional weaponry. Broke a sword.
it's an uncommon, simple, or martial weapon, not an advanced weapon.
Path Builder, you have failed me.
To the pit with you, Path Builder.
Ooh. Okay, let me just really quickly change the weapon I have.
The perfect music for this if we get DCMA.
I'm so very sorry.
You're fine.
What's similar to that? In not to be a super weeb about this, but I think I might just go.
You know what? I'm not worried about it. You already have it in there. I'm just going. There you go.
Huzzah!
Much better. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry about that.
It's fine.
21.
21 against a flanking enemy. That's absolutely a hit. Don't forget to double right click the enemy token before you roll your attack. Helps me out, and we get some cool token effects from it.
So he does 10 damage, which should actually be yeah, I believe that should actually be 12 because of thaumaturge things. That is my this is my implement weapon.
You get +2 bonus to targets if your exploit vulnerable.
Exploit vulnerability, which I haven't done yet. Yes,
Yeah.
okay, you're right.
But still,
10 damage.
run up, slash at him with your sword. Nice hit. He's already looking hurt.
And that is the end of my turn.
Tangerine, two of you are in the back, just watching him take on this one lone bandit.
Well, technically, I'd probably be about like over here.
Yeah, way over there somewhere.
Oh, way.
And a giant turtle comes and scoops her up.
Yep.
Yes. You know, it seems my merry band has decided you are not equipped enough to join us. I'm gonna first use Beaumont.
Yeah.
So that is my diplomacy against their will.
That's it. That is a success.
Okay. Where are you?
I think
Nope.
the Bonmot feat.
That's right.
There it is.
Yep. And I'm doing it to the one that is flat-footed right now.
The only one visible?
Yes. There were two a second ago.
I don't know what you're talking about. He
Oh
is
my
very
gosh, I
quickly
can see
realizing
things.
he's made a mistake.
But I guess if you can't join us, I have to join them. And then as much as I would love for you to have joined us, now you get to feel my pain. And I'm going to cast Torturous Torment.
Oh, Jesus.
He now feels like he's been in high heels walking through the woods all day. My feet!
That is a
My
success.
tootsies!
Alright.
Croker tried to
14.
offer the princess boots. She wouldn't take them.
That is a basic save, so he still does take half damage. 4 points of damage. All 9 points. There we go. Just starts holding his rib cage, wincing in pain, now looking at both enemies that have him flanked. I think that's all 3 actions.
Yes.
The last one we're just gonna go ahead and make a sling attack. Duchess Tangerine.
Oh no.
You are flat-footed to this because you have no clue where this guy is. So that would be a total of a 26.
Not
Just
quite a
hit.
crit.
Not
Almost.
For 8 points of damage.
I've been shot.
You now see that he's just kind of over, off to the side, up in the tree, to take an action to reload the sling, and then take another shot at you. That one, a clear miss.
He tried to shoot me again.
That's it. Brings us to Canopio.
Alright. Would I need to roll perception to see if I see the other
No.
dude that shot the princess?
No, you heard the first one
Duchess.
impact, and the second one that was a clear miss. You just kind of follow the trajectory.
You're a princess to me, darling.
Aww.
Alright. Twang.
Don't forget to double right click. Oh, you did. Having a crossbow fight and a sling fight is not going to go well in this guy's favor, but he does manage to just duck down. That bolt nearly impacts, but being missed.
Is he... Let's see. I have 25-foot movement.
You get to the base of the tree that he's standing at.
Okay. So, this is what I would like to do. Base of the tree. And then, am I able to cast Acid Splash up at him?
Absolutely. How many actions is acids? It's 2 actions, so you would not have enough actions.
Alright, never mind. Not doing that.
As the acid falls back down on Canopio.
No,
You would-
it's more of a... Oh, nope, never mind. Can't do that yet.
Instead of
What
moving,
goes up
you
must
can
come
just
down.
cast that from 30 feet away.
Yeah, but I don't know how far up the tree he's going.
He's within
I
range.
might need to vertically just... So, I shot, I moved. How many actions do I have next?
1.
1.
Let's say that you could hide from this angle. Neither of them can see. You can try an intimidation check to try to scare him.
I'm gonna try to hide at the base.
Yeah, go for it. Make a stealth check.
I'm gonna try to hide.
Bear with with a 20, I do believe that beats their perception DC. Absolutely beats their perception DC. You just sprint across the battlefield, dive into the brush, and are gone.
Like a tiny little raptor in the grass, just.
Broker!
All right. The question is, do I do what makes sense or do what's crazy?
Do what's crazy.
Good
All
friend
right.
of
I'm
mine.
gonna climb the tree and kick this. I'm gonna climb the tree and kick this guy out of the tree.
You're gonna turn,
Wait.
head towards the tree, and go for the other one?
Because
Yes.
the other dude's still not dead.
I know. That's why I said crazy or that makes sense.
He's
That's
going to
perfectly
get
fair.
an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Hatchet strike, go! 22 to hit, barely hitting, for 8 points of slashing damage.
Your tongue! Ah.
All right. Now I move really fast.
You do.
Also, if I roll a success on a climb, since I'm a sticky toe gripply, I get a critical success
Works for me.
for athletics.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to assume a 24 successfully climbs the tree.
24 is a critical success. You just one
Alright.
bound, grab the tree, and you are up there.
And I kind of want to like swing around so I come up behind him and just kick him off the tree.
Yeah, make an unarmed attack.
And since I'm still in stance, it would be a flashing spark kick.
And this is at -4 because, no, it's not. Because ignore me, climbing is not an attack. A shove would be an attack. So this is a full bonus.
Oh, sorry,
14.
one. I missed anyone.
Yeah. Just swing around, go to kick, and he's already just kind of flattened himself against the tree. And you are just now landed up next to him.
Well, then I'll do one more attack since I'm up here, and I'll make it a fury of blows.
Yeah.
So I do 2 hits instead of 1.
The first one's at -4, second one's at -8. 20 absolutely hits. Or sorry, -5, because these are not agile blows. These are flashing spark blows.
Yeah, my second one misses, but my first one hits.
First one just hit him just straight in the gut, hitting him back against the tree. 9 whole points of damage. Does not appreciate that at all.
Did he fall, though? Because that was the whole goal, was to knock him out of the tree.
Had you succeeded on the kick, I would say absolutely. But at this
Okay.
moment, the two of you are just kind of trading blows up in the branch.
Fair enough. That's
Alright.
all I got.
To the bandit who is now solo with Corvus. And Corvus, we're going to try to intimidate you. Not with a natural 2, we're not.
Uh-oh.
He's now fully realized this is an awful situation.
That critically fails, actually.
Gonna make a hatchet strike against you. Again, missing with a
No.
natural 1. We are going to turn and run. We are done with this fight.
Get him, Corvus!
You are turning and running.
Mhm.
I believe that
Blood for the blood god.
See, if I was down there, I could do stand still.
Don't think you have attack opportunity as a thaumaturge.
implement interruption.
Oh. The target of your
Target
exploit
my exploit
vulnerability.
vulnerability.
Yep.
Okay.
Takes
I knew I
off
should've-
into the brush.
I knew I should have done that
But
first.
he didn't get very far, because that was his 3rd turn.
That's fine. He's learned.
I hope you learned your
Pinocchio
lesson.
Pinocchio could still kill him.
Corvus.
Okay, so not that it's gonna matter much now, but the next guy, I'm going to exploit vulnerability, which is what I should have done before, but he wasted one of my actions because he's a punk.
So roll your esoteric lore, please. 4, so it's a DC of 19. Plenty. That's a success. Recall an important fact about the creature, learning the highest weakness, but not its other weaknesses, any resistances or immunities. It's a human. It doesn't have any of that.
Okay. Well, then I am going to. What do they call that? There's a term for it.
So you can assign it your own personal weakness.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So it doesn't have immortal weakness. So I'm going to assign it my personal antithesis, which means I get an extra 3 damage against this thing. On top of my...
Should be 2 plus half your level, so it should be 4 damage.
4 damage on top of my other bonuses to damage. Okay, so that's action 1. Action 2 will be a demoralize.
Go for it. Let me see if that's a critical success. That is a critical success. He's frightened 2. Poor guy.
And then I'll just move up and tell him that we have you treed and your friend is leaving. Best go to join him.
Tangerine, you're the only one left. If you do not wish to engage in combat any further, the combat will end because this guy is clearly surrendering.
Wait. She looks at Canopio. I do really like a brother. Can we keep him?
I'm gonna look up and be like, "Do you have a sister?"
So, is it safe to say that combat is over?
It is safe to say that unless he
depends
gets
on his-
squirrely, combat is over.
Croaker might
No,
push him out of the
it's
tree. He
not
hasn't decided yet.
because he did shoot me.
Yeah.
Because if the answer is I can't keep him, I'm gonna Divine Lance his ass.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of up to him on whether he can get kept or not.
Don't
What?
forget, Duchess. He shot you.
What is your deity's alignment?
That is a good question. I did choose one.
Uh-oh.
Where are they?
Whoops.
It's a fire deity. Why can I? Well, why is it not on my sheet? Because I didn't put it on my sheet.
I think most deities are okay with self-defense, and he did shoot you.
So, the Divine Lance is an odd spell because it does alignment damage, based on whatever the
Yeah.
alignment of your deity is. So as long as the enemy is an opposing alignment to damage you're dealing,
Right.
then you're fine. You
It's
know,
different than 5e.
you know if the deity was good at least.
I usually go with either good. Yes, I usually go with like
Works for
good
me.
or chaotic. I go with one of the two.
Works for me. Good damage is going to work just fine.
So attack.
That is not
No
going
good.
to work just fine.
Just ducks behind your ally. Beam just
Princess, what do you
hits the
expect
tree.
from me?
Ow!
You have one action left.
That was hot.
Just for funsies. Can't believe you shot nobility. You should be ashamed of yourself, but I'm gonna try and bomb out again. Should have probably done that before, but you know. And it's a 13.
13's not gonna do it. Well, he had planned on surrendering. Now he's gonna try to hatchet Croaker. First attack is
Not
missed
with that
by a
roll.
lot. Second attack, also a miss by a lot.
Oh man.
Third action is to just jump out of the tree.
I'm gonna use my reaction to make him stand still.
Make your attack.
You guys are monsters.
He did shoot me.
Oh shit.
Yep, he's not going anywhere.
I think he's dead. So that was your normal damage. Click your critical damage, please. Because in Pathfinder, you only need to roll 10 above their AC to crit. 12. Not dead, but severely hurt. And is
Not going
absolutely...
anywhere. Stand still.
So, you can just, like, grab his leg and now just, like, dangling by your hands, or just let him drop to the ground. Just, like, straight down. I leave it entirely up to you.
Should Croker drop him on his head?
Well, he
Let him
would just
go.
drop.
I'm gonna cover my eyes with one hand and drop him on Canopio.
Or at least
Mainly
next to
'cause I-
me.
So fall
I can't see you,
damage.
so I don't know where you're actually at.
Fall damage. Basically, half of the distance that you fell, as long as it's over 10 feet. That is how much damage you take in bludgeoning damage. So, being 30 feet up would take 10 points of damage, which is just enough to hear him scream on the way down and then just a crack as he impacts and does not move.
Pinocchio is gonna lean down and just take her dagger and go, eh! just make sure. And then start rummaging through his pockets.
Is he
Um,
dead?
He is now!
He's got a hatchet, a sling, some sling ammunition, and 10 copper.
I give 5 to Corvus and 5 to Croker. I keep the sling ammo because I also have a sling.
8 shots.
8 shots. And I give the hatchet to whoever wants it.
I have a parasol.
I got fists.
Sure.
You can fist whatever you like, Croker.
I knew one of y'all was gonna go there.
Croker, darling, for your service, I thank you. And in return, I will offer you this little cup of tea, which is a soothing tonic, which is fast healing 1 for 1 minute. So I
Croker says
think
thank you.
we'll give you 6 healing,
It'll give you 10 points of heal.
10 points.
Oh, that'll max me back out then.
Well, the enemies either fled or died. That also does bode well because that means that you're probably near station.
And Duchess Tangerine also drinks with Croker.
Gotcha.
So it's just going to kind of start skipping off into the direction.
The rest of us will walk the other direction, which is actually the right way.
When she realizes no one's behind her, she just kind of like does like a wide loop. Just like doesn't break stride, just like does a donut.
Nothing wrong with the scenic route.
I love it. I love it so much.
So which way are you all
Da-da-da-da-da.
headed?
The right way. Didn't you hear him?
Hmm.
We're going the right way, Jay.
You have the way that you were headed originally, have the way that the bandit ran off towards, or I, one of you would like to make a survival check from here, or your uh, forest lore.
Hold on.
Uh,
I'll try my best with the lore because I've got a cool thing.
Got a
I've got a
cool thing.
+8 to survival and +6 to my forest lore. So whichever, whoever wants to do whatever, I will follow their suit.
I don't know how to wait for me to. Okay, I have a thing called diverse lore where I can use esoteric lore for like any lore at a -2. That
Yep.
gives me like basically a +10 to all lore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I also have some other stuff like unmistakable lore.
Yeah. Roll it up.
Okay,
Hold on before you do it.
what do you got?
Offer some assistance.
Uh, I'm gonna give you guidance with my necklace.
Oh, fantastic.
Get a +1 to this.
Fantastic.
Because my
Also, like
necklace lets me
anything
cast
I
it
would
as a
know
cantrip.
about this castle we're going to would also be great.
Those would be two different rolls.
That's perfectly fine with me.
The first one, you figure out where you're headed.
That's the one I'm giving guidance on.
Okay, sounds good.
25. Beautiful.
So
Or
technically, that is a
23.
23.
And then about the castle. Seven.
Yeah.
Done. Just judging by the patterns of animals that you're seeing, and of course by the bandits led natural flow of the forest, you have a pretty good idea of where this castle, at least the direction the castle is. Now, about the castle itself. Castle Cragthorne used to belong to the royal family that ruled over this. Their entire family was believed to be killed in a civil war, but before any victor could be called, before any people could be free of them, the family let loose their curse on this land. Most of it was cleansed, but it does seem that something of that family remains here.
A curse, you say?
Mhm.
Corvus knows actually quite a bit about curses as a member of the cursed background himself.
But you have a direction.
And
Should probably get there
I will
before nightfall.
okay, and I will be filling in the group about
Of course.
the history of this place. Perhaps this is a curse that I can break.
What if it's a curse where true love's involved? You might have to kiss
I love
somebody.
love.
I'm glad. I like that for you.
I'm inching a few inches away from where I was standing to not get cursed by the love. My only love is the forest.
Not a nice swamp.
I'm
Not
not
a
an
leafy
ogre.
pad.
Would I be able to use um my the lore from my noble background to figure out more about the if I know anything about the Cragthorns?
By all means.
Was that society? No.
It would be society. Unless you have a
Okay.
specific lore for
It's
utility.
the same. I'm just trained in both of them, so it's the same. Nope.
Oh.
I was kidnapped and kept hostage for a very long time, and then kidnapped again.
You know that they were very, very skilled chefs, and that they actually developed mushroom-based stew magic.
Oh dear.
While we're walking, I'm going to forage for food.
No problem. I'm sure that's what you've been doing for like the past week since you've been traveling.
Right.
I like to imagine it's like good to eat, poison, good to eat, poison.
Cat tail.
Can I do an occultism checkity check roll to see if I know anything about this curse?
By all means,
As a nosy little bitch.
go for it.
I'll throw some assistance behind that with curse lore.
A natural 20. So we natural
Not that
1
you're gonna need anything.
to a natural 20. This was a curse meant to make basically the kingdom sleep forever. To put them in a death-like coma sleep, where if the noble family can't rule over this land, no one can. But that curse was broken many generations ago, so none of it should exist anymore.
Well, the curse was one of those like Sleeping Beauty. If I can't have it, no one can. Everyone take a nap forever. Curses. But that got broken like a few generations ago. So, like, maybe there's a different curse. Maybe there's a new curse. Maybe somebody hit the alarm clock and was like, 5 more years. But
Croker's not heard of this curse.
the Sleeping Beauty curse? Or just like this curse in general?
Just like this curse in general, the Sleeping Beauty curse was nothing more than a crazy woman who poked her finger on something.
No, technically it wasn't her fault. So, in this kingdom, there were a bunch of fairies. And the ruling family put
Fairies
out...
are delicious.
You know what she should have done? She should have learned how to use a spinning wheel so she wouldn't poke her finger on the part that would hurt her. I know I say this as I've gotten kidnapped so many times.
I'm gonna need you not to victim blame, sweetheart, especially you. But anyway,
I'm gonna expedite the conversation about the
like just
other curse. You talk about it long into the journey towards the castle.
every time Canopio starts telling the story, somebody finds a plot hole. So it's a lot of her going, "No, let me explain it. That's why that wouldn't work." And so when we get to where we're going, she's like, "And they didn't invite the big fairy."
Big Fairy would feed Croker and family for many, many weeks.
Corvus,
At least you're a good dad.
Yes.
you're in the lead.
Oh, I never said I had kids.
Yes.
You're hearing this conversation go on for a couple hours.
Too long.
Before the sun is starting its descent.
Too long.
You're reaching that point where, if it really is around the corner, you're going to be hitting it just as nightfall hits. You'll be able to get inside, set up camp safely within the ruins. But if it's not around the corner, you're going to be trudging on through in the dark.
And I'll relay this to the group here. I said, if it is close, we could probably find shelter within it. If it's not, we should probably set up some sort of shelter here, less comfortable, but hit the place in the daytime. Duchess, you have thoughts?
Well, I've seen many a castle in my day. Does it look like, because most castles, even abandoned ones, have some kind of main road that leads to it, or like a long drive. Probably at this point, it might be more of like a dirt path. Um,
Haven't
I
seen anything like that.
I haven't seen any indications that there could be a castle nearby, even an old one, because even the old ones have roads that lead to them. But I can definitely help you look, if that's what you would
If
like.
you'd like. Oh, sorry, Duchess. If you'd like, Croaker could climb tree.
But if I would give the help action to another survival check.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that getting eyes in the sky idea. That sounds really good.
All right. Well, then while they're checking the ground, I'll just climb the nearest super tall tree.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Broker, you want to hit us with that survival?
Should I do athletics first to climb or no?
No. Even with a natural one, it would just take you.
I'm thinking this
23
is
on
probably
survival?
more.
Thinking more what?
Would this be more society, or probably more society than diplomacy for the help action, right?
I actually call this nature or survival, your choice.
To help with my knowledge of the surroundings of a castle.
That's a good point. I'd go with society.
Okay.
Let's
So that's
say
a 22 to help.
up to a 24 total. You do see just barely poking out over the top of some trees, maybe an hour from here, the ruined remains of towers that used to stand far above the tree. Now a shadow former self.
I'm gonna kind of mark in my head which direction we gotta go. Drop down from the tree, all frog-like, bouncing from branch to branch. Be like, Croaker sees towers that way, about an hour away.
Excellent.
Pressing on then?
I'm gonna wipe off the bottoms of my feet because I stepped on a couple thorns on the way down.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
Canopio, are you tall enough to drink beer?
It's age, not height. Heights for some of the fun fair games. Like there's one in Mushroom Kingdom called Trebuchet, where literally you
But
just
if you're
sit in a
but if you're
basket
not
and then they whoa, launch you.
but if you're not tall enough, you can't order beer because you can't reach the bar.
That's heightist. I can jump very high.
I'm small too. That's why I say that.
You also can jump very high.
Do
Also,
any of you have either dark vision or a light source?
dark
The
vision.
Dark
light
vision.
source.
Yeah, I have a torch as well.
I'm a fucking mushroom person, yo. I see in the dark.
I'm a nocturnal Gripply.
Well, as
I'm going to
the
stick near the light sources, though.
as the sun starts to set, you're able to pull out the torches, continue on your way. Eventually, you find that the forest opens to a small clearing, staring out at the ruins of Castle Cragthorn. Didn't imagine that this was a sprawling estate. Absolutely just a wall, probably a good mile in diameter, surrounding this beautiful, idyllic looking castle that, once the rebellion happened, crumbled. No family to repair it, and no people that want to get near it. Left to ruin.
Look at all the trees growing in the yard.
It's the
This could be fun.
perfect fixer-upper. Nobody would expect to find me here.
Wait, are you still hiding?
I was kidnapped a week ago. 2 weeks ago? How long have we been in the forest? You guys
But we
literally
killed
just
them.
rescued me.
But we killed him. You should be fine.
There are always others, right?
There are. Um, when we start to come to like where we would get on the property proper, I would like to see if there's any like defenses or traps that we might trigger by getting onto the property.
Absolutely. About a thievery roll. 22. Heck yeah.
Because I'm low to the ground.
This is the best rolls I've ever had in the game that I've been in.
No traps. It would take some dedication to get traps in left of the. But you are seeing signs that people have been here within the last day, probably.
So we might have squatters that we have to evict. I do see
What
that.
what if they own the castle?
Oh no, it's abandoned. Now they might have squatters' rights, but if we
Well, that
kill
depends on
them,
how long
it's
they've been
ours
there.
now. Yes. And if they've paid any rent or if there's any idea that they like and ownership. But they've only been like coming through here like the last day, right? Like I'm not seeing like Mama's Kitchen signs. It's
As we all smell the porridge from the. No, I'm just kidding.
right.
There's quite a bit of foot traffic, but yeah, it looks like people got here probably about a day ago and either immediately left or would still be here.
So they got here a day ago. They might be a little deeper in, or they have already left. It's probable that the two guys that were in the woods with us were here. We're like, fuck this, this is scary. Let's just go turn to a life of crime, which like barely an attempt was made. So
Does
you
this
might
mean
want to.
if they're here, we can beat them up?
I would assume so.
Well, if they're still here, we have some competition, is what it sounds like. Other groups may be after that treasure.
Probably. I am seeing
Well,
though that we are gonna have to call a contractor for a lot of this tangerine. Um, there is
A
some
plumber?
very big structural damage. Not a plumber.
Oh.
No.
I know some goblins who are great with stonework.
Thank you. A sensible suggestion.
One of which might also be a plumber.
A plumber?
A
Are any of
goblin
you
plumber.
making any
I'm-
effort to remain stealthy?
I can try, but I have light.
Canopio's a little on the quieter side at this point. So I'll say yeah, she's being a little stealthier.
Outside of the forest, I am not a stealthy frog.
An attempt is made.
Canopio, will you roll that again with misfortune as you are sitting here having a conversation within a light source?
Uh,
So just roll it again. Okay. 12, 19, 12, 21.
I'm hoping that like it looks like those two are talking, and the tall people are talking, and I'm like behind.
They're the bait for us.
The
Oh, yeah.
little ones are just like, it's fine. No, the big people.
It was more about whether or not they knew people were coming in general, rather than specifically who it was.
Perfectly fair. Understand.
As you all start walking into the estates, there is this little jet of red spark that goes up and explodes in just this mini shower of sparks.
Hell.
I immediately take cover behind the closest part of the wall.
Yeah.
Um,
Duck
And
back
keep an eye
behind
out for anybody
stonework.
coming.
I am going to also kind of scoot towards the side and re-stealth if possible.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure.
I will do the same.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take cover.
None of you need to roll, honestly. Even as you jump behind cover and wait.
Listen, you made us have pretty dice. I want to have the pretty clicky clacks.
Even as you are diving behind cover, getting ready, nothing happens.
Croker thinks that was anticlimactic.
Hmm.
What if it was a signal to people farther in that we're coming? Or was that the woohoo, we found the treasure?
I believe
I
that
don't
was a
think
signal.
we found the treasure.
Wouldn't a woohoo be green, not red?
That is law.
I
Celebratory
don't
sparks must be
judge.
green.
I don't judge anybody's color of their woohoo. I was raised properly, Croker.
Red would typically signify a warning or danger or something like that.
Look, Croker's not used to sparks. Croker plays with leaves.
Fair.
Croker just knows that blue frogs can sometimes be poisonous.
In either case, be on your guard. They know we're here now.
Do we want to explore at night or wait till morning?
I mean, at this point, they know we're coming now. They know somebody or something is here. They're gonna come for us if we don't go for them. And I would rather not be come for again.
And when? How long have we been traveling at this point? Who?
In total,
Like since our last time we took a rest.
it's been about an hour since that last encounter.
Right, but I mean, like, are we getting like sleepy time, or are we
I mean,
okay?
the sun's down. You certainly could press on through the night without too much issue.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I get what Corvus is trying to say. Is like, are we pushing into now? You're working a
Exhaustion?
20-hour day, so like,
If you continue on through the night and through tomorrow, then you'll be risking exhaustion. But if you push on just through tonight and are able to sleep, then you're fine.
Okay.
go a little farther in at least then, so that we're not in the open section right in the beginning.
Sure.
There is nothing to greet you. There are no traps. You're just walking past old, decrepit memories. There's statues covered in layers upon layers of dust. Old tapestries that are barely hanging there. Slightest touch and they'll just start to crumble your fingertips.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure what this does, but it sounded super cool, and it is an exploration activity.
Sure. Read psychometric
Yes.
resonance.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was like a totally like a Constantine Witcher thing, and I totally took it.
I took it on my psychic, and it was so cool. It was
Great. I have
very
no idea what
aesthetic.
it does.
You get the emotional resonance from things around you. You would pick up obedience.
Okay.
The desire and will to serve a force greater than yourself.
Croker's licking statues.
Great.
I want to see what they look like. There's dust on them.
And as far as an image goes, individual, you're seeing a humanoid. There's not really much special about them. In fact, even like focusing on one part of this hallway and then another part and then another part, you're seeing different people, but again, all just humanoids. They all look fairly human, more or less.
Do any of them
And
have their butt cracks showing?
none of them.
No plumbers here. You're safe, Duchess.
But yeah, nothing special about them.
But I do feel like the uh, obedience or like like a sense of loyalty or
Mhm.
duty
Absolutely.
Duty.
seems this place held as much as it wouldn't be to no surprise. Many servants were here.
There's
Were
the
they?
sound deeper into these ruins, which sounds like those giant double doors being pulled open, and then something heavy just slamming against stone, and you can all hear this rhythmic chanting, very, very low, very distant. Hear it.
Hmm.
What?
I got a song in my head when you said chanting. I'm pretty sure it's not what it says, but
One
Is it the
must
Ooga
die.
Chaka Ooga Chaka? Um,
yes.
Stop
would
this
it
feeling.
deep inside of me? What would I need to roll to see if I could recognize the chanting?
Have to get quite a bit closer. It's nearly un. It's nearly inaudible at this distance. Certainly
Hmm.
unintelligible.
Okay, so
Notable.
I'll be doing the thing where I am trying to remain aware of threats. I think that's called it's called a thing. I forgot what it's called, but it's a thing.
I was gonna say I could do that if you want to keep your psychometric going.
You're you're all fine. There has been nothing to stop you. No ambushes, no traps. It's like they're inviting you.
Great.
I love an invitation.
You would not
Uh,
do at this point.
Princess should stay in the back.
You don't like me anymore, Croker?
I'm protecting you.
Think of us as your entourage.
Yeah, but if I'm in the back, then there's nobody to protect me from behind, and that's usually when I get taken.
I'll be behind you.
So, before we pop to a
Sorry.
break, I'm just going to ask with the marching order.
I'll take the front.
Corvus up front.
I'll be behind Corvus.
I'll be
Second,
behind Croker.
Green.
Pinocchio's in the back.
Meadow
Look at
Meadow
you,
will be in the front.
baby.
Meadow will be in the front.
Oh,
Well, on
Adorable.
that adorable note, why don't we
Cute.
pause here, take a quick break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you got to do, and we will come back in just a few minutes as we finish out day 2 of Pathfinder Week. We'll see you soon, everybody.
yeah.
Ah.
And welcome back. Where we left off, our party was marching forward towards the unknown, towards whoever or whatever currently inhabits Castle Cragthorne. As they've set up no defenses, they've set up no scouts, they've put no obstacles in your way. Whoever this is rolling out the carpet.
What color is the carpet?
Right now, dust.
Oh. What color is the dust? Is it like a reddish brown or like a muddy brown?
Tangerine orange.
They're calling to me.
Is there anything you would all like to do before pressing on?
Canopia, did you really fall for that?
Possibly. So the double doors are open. There was a kathunk.
Mm-hmm.
We're going towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
As how far away are we from the double doors?
I'm basically giving you the entirety of the time from here up until you're reaching them to whatever you'd like.
Okay. Is there an area that has high ground that I could see in through the double doors?
In order to be that close, they would also be able to see.
Then I will stay low and keep trundling behind Duchess Tangerine,
Okay.
looking for
DM
traps ish while I'm going.
DM discretion question.
Mhm.
Since I'm a sticky toe Gripply, can I climb walls?
You have a climb speed.
I mean, I don't remember. I think
I think you're just
so.
very good at climbing.
I have no idea. It says, I mean, it says I have a climb. It doesn't say I have a climb speed though.
Yeah, it would be under your types. You are good at climbing, but you would still need handhold ledges, whatnot.
Even with combat climber.
Yeah, that just lets you climb with one hand.
Dang it! I was gonna Spider-Man my way to the top of the door.
I mean, once we get there, you can climb the door, no problem. Very skilled. It's just what you're doing before we get within line of sight.
Right. I'll hand everybody a snack to make sure we're well fed.
You're so sweet and considerate.
I'll make sure Tangerine gets a mushroom.
I can't.
Non-hallucinogenic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just taking the scout action as we move forward. Sword drawn.
With or
Eventually,
without the
Um,
torch, Corvus.
as we're walking through the halls of this castle, are there um any religious iconography? Because I know most.
if there
Uh,
were, they have long since faded to time.
Are there any trees growing through the walls?
At some point, yeah.
I just kind of touch them for good luck. Forest home.
Eventually, you do get sight on those doors and what lies beyond. Inside looks like a throne room. There is a raised dais. There's some kind of statue looming over the room, and pillars lined up in almost this circular pattern, as well as figures all standing there chanting, surrounding that circular area.
What are these? Like what do they look like as far as like their robes and stuff?
Dark robes, they're just kind of worn leather. Nothing really special about them.
Can we hear their chanting better now?
Here you would. Yeah.
Did you want to take a shot at try to figure out what their chant was now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Roll your occultism.
Not as good as it could be, but
There's. You know what? I should ask what languages you know.
stuff and things. What languages do I know? Sylvan and Common.
You're getting little bits that you can tell is occult magic, but most of it is in some other language that is just going right over your head.
Sorry, I'm just zooming to the music.
Vibing.
Anything else?
Vibin'.
Or are we pressing on?
Can I do a vibe check?
Vibe is way
Vibe
off.
check.
Vibe is bad.
Vibe is bad. Okay,
Vibe is
free
bad.
free answer. Vibe bad.
Can I?
Pinocchio's gonna be like, I don't know what they're saying, but it's not good. Like,
How
Okay.
loud did Canopio just say that?
quiet. It's like
A stage whisper.
It's because it's
That's it.
loud in my ear. The music is like.
You can
know.
turn
Vibing.
down your music with the global volume control.
All right.
I doubt that they're speaking the fire elemental language because
They
that's
are
the
not.
only thing I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. The only other language that Corvus knows is the language. I think there's one like specifically spoken by, like the undead, but I forgot what that one's called.
Was that Necro?
Yeah, something like that.
That is not it.
So, but would I be able to tell just by the iconography and their positioning and whatever what kind of ritual they're trying to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it a
Make
religious
me-
one?
Yeah, make me a religion check.
There we go.
26. This is absolutely some sort of summoning ritual.
Hmm.
Okay.
They're summoning something.
Well, that's
And
not a good
it's-
sign if you want to keep the castle.
I know, right?
And I'm not sure if this is something that diverse lore would play into or not.
Without knowing the language or much at all, you'd get about the same. That it is some kind of
A
summoning.
summoning ritual. Okay, cool.
How many chanting?
Well, I can move us over onto the map if we're ready for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To try and distract them.
The last time you tried to distract somebody, we had to chase you for 3 days.
I won't use that kind of distraction this time.
Okay.
But that might not be a bad idea.
Because I
Um,
can go in and assert my title. That might at least stop some of them.
Billy, I'm gonna go in and assert my dominance.
Well, I do have courtly graces, so I can use society to
What do I have to roll to Karen?
do it.
I would like to speak to the cultist's manager.
That
I can roll
central
society to make it.
central area starts to glow this faint red.
I would like to sneak up to about here, using the wall covers as far as I can get.
Probably either get to one of these pillars or one of the.
Well, then I'll go over here.
I would like to sneak to here if possible.
Yep, absolutely.
Y'all sneak. I ain't gonna sneak. I'm gonna die.
Corvus, Tangerine.
I might not sneak, but I might just like kind of take a little bit of cover. Can I do that to here?
Say that you get it to about there, but that will initiate combat.
Okay, so there then.
Tangerine, are you good where you are?
I'm gonna walk in and create a distraction. I would like to. I don't know what language they're speaking, but I'm gonna use my Efreet heritage, so my blonde hair is gonna kind of flame just a little bit, just for aesthetics. It doesn't light anything up. and I want to try and make an impression on these people by using my courtly graces. So I don't know. I'd probably like go up to like here-ish where they could see.
So yeah, again,
Are you guys
like
my new
right there
subjects?
is when
Sure, that
initiative will
works
be
too.
rolled. So, as you walk in and start talking, I'm gonna let you roll society for your initiative instead of perception if you'd like.
Okay.
Those of you that are hiding, we roll stealth for your perception. Or sorry, stealth for your initiative instead of perception. Corvus, are you still good with perception, or would you say there's
Perception's
another?
fine with me. I'm taking the scout kind of action there, so everybody, because I am a scout archetype, you
You
get
have to
+2.
roll with your.
I do have to roll my perception, but I'm also giving everybody a +2 to their.
I didn't know scouts could do that.
Yep, it's part of the scout dedication.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dedication. I'm just a scout background.
So those of you that are sneaking, open up your character sheet on the left-hand side. You'll see initiative. Change that to whatever you're using, and then roll it up.
Yeah.
31 from
Beautiful
Tokyo.
work.
Rogues,
knows.
man, I tell you.
No one knows where she is. She's just a mushroom on a wall.
And Corvus, you're just using perception.
Yeah.
So, wait, it's a +2. Oh, that won't make a difference for mine.
Yeah, Canopia would take you to a 33, will not matter. Corvus, that'll take you to 19, will not matter. Broker, that will. Oh no. Yeah, because that would take you to 17.
Time.
Yep.
I rolled mine with a +2 anyways.
Right. As you step in, start shouting out about courtly graces, providing this distraction. Canopio, you are by far the fastest one here.
Okay.
We'll see
I
about that.
have a quick question.
Mhm.
So I have the skill quick jump.
Mhm.
Can I jump onto the top of this thing from where I am? Or is that too far?
That would be 2.
Okay.
The quick jump just lets you use high jump or long jump as one action instead of 2 actions.
Okay. I can move. Are these 5-foot squares?
Yep. So right now you are hidden. So if you were to make an attack, they would be flat-footed to you, so their AC is lower. But if you step out, you will lose your stealth.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot him.
He does have some cover thanks to the pillar.
What about this guy? Is he within? I think he's within. The farther guy is.
I think the range of your crossbow is 120 feet, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. That's famous last words, though. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're fine. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're not. Why are you doing that?
So he is flat-footed to this.
So.
That's a total of a 29, which is absolutely a critical hit.
Uh-oh.
For 10 points of damage.
And then, am I able to just reload and attack again?
Absolutely. He won't be flat-footed anymore, but
That's fair.
he took that shot and is already looking bloody. 17 will absolutely. Sorry, that would be a 12 because it's -5 penalty. That will miss.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is
That would be all 3 actions.
all 3 actions. Okay. I'm gonna try to become a wall again. Just
Press yourself up against the wall.
bonus action, not the face.
First,
There is no Pinocchio, it's
okay.
just a wall.
That's right.
Going to up to there,
Oh yes, get closer together.
and we're going to try to intimidate Tangerine. Just this string of, we don't care for you and your society and your rules. None of that matters anymore.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I don't understand what you're saying.
That's an 18 versus your will.
I believe it's a 22.
You don't care.
Princess Tangerine.
I'm sorry, what
chaotic
did
entitled.
you need to speak a language that I understand. It is only respectful.
That one's done. There. Try to intimidate Canopio. Just shot him with a bolt. Uh, 19 versus your will DC.
19.
That is your DC.
Mm-hmm.
You
I have a +9 to will.
are frightened 1.
Does that just mean I don't want to deal with him?
Means you basically have a -1 to everything. AC,
Against
attacks,
him or anybody?
against everyone. Skills, saves, attacks, AC, everything.
Yeah, demoralized builds are pretty choice.
Corvus.
Okay. I'll go for that really injured guy here.
Go for it.
Just try to take him off the board. Lloyd.
Roll your esoteric lore.
This
DC
stops
19.
hearing from. There we go.
That's absolutely a success.
Okay.
They have no weaknesses, but you inflict your own.
Okay, so I run my hand along the blade of my sword, and I curse it, and point out and point that at that.
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to Scout's Charge up to him, and use. I'm going to feint.
Wait, feint is in FEI or feint is in.
That is a critical success.
Okay, he is flat-footed, probably for the rest of his life.
Yes.
Oh,
Until
poor thing.
until my next turn, he is flat-footed, and as part of that, I also get to attack.
I don't think he's going to survive that long, but we'll see.
Oof.
That misses.
That will miss, unfortunately. But I've gotten some attention anyway. So that is all 3 of my actions.
Croker.
Alright, Croker wants to run up and tackle this guy.
Yeah. 1 action to move up, 1 to make an athletics check.
Which I think I get a bonus with... No, I don't get a bonus with Titans wrestling, do I?
That just lets you use it against enemies that are much larger than you. But I think because you are the type of Gripply you are, you get a bonus too.
Oh, that's true. What's the bonus? I forgot. Oh, no, I get a bonus to my saves on it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. We're trying for a shove just to send him to the ground.
I did not send him to the ground.
I think
Now,
you are actually sent to the ground instead.
well, as I'm going towards the ground, I'm going to use that momentum to try to sweep his feet.
Critical failure, yep. You go to make that charge, and he just It like, kind of slips up behind that pillar, shoulder check the pillar, and you are sent to the ground. Prone.
For my last move, I'm going to try to kick at him then. Just kick him in the knee.
Yeah, make your tackle.
That'd be a minus the first multi-attack, or no? Because I tried to shove.
It will be at -5, yeah.
Well,
Hey, I still hit him.
With all of those penalties, that does still hit.
nice work.
6 points of damage. Nice.
I'm just going to stay here on the floor.
Tangerine.
You know, you really could have just joined my court, and this could have all been over quite quickly. And I think a good spot is about the center of the star. I'm gonna cast Sudden Blight, which is a 20-foot burst, which I think should get everybody. Is there a way that I can draw one myself?
I get close. Oh, you're gonna get Corvus.
No, I don't want to get Corvus.
You'll miss one.
There are 2 circles here.
Get everybody except for one.
I'm okay with that as long as I don't hit any of my friends.
Yep.
So I'm gonna cast that, which is a Fortitude save.
Collective. Dude. One of them got natural 20.
Ooh,
2 of them got natural 20s.
Stop that. No
The
natural
DC
20s for
is
you.
20, so 1 will fail, 2 will fail, and 1 will critical fail.
Well, but it's still a basic, so they should still take at least half of this.
Half. Full. Full. Nice. That one takes nothing because of success. That one takes nothing from success. And entire area just pulses with death energy. They scream in pain.
And then for my last action, I will give, I'm gonna give guidance, to Canopio.
Thank you.
Got a +1 to
'Cause
your next
they're next.
roll 20. This cultist is going to go down here. Gonna stab a frog.
No, not the frog.
Miss.
Yeah, try to stab frog.
Try it again. 22. That one hits. For a whopping 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Done. This one. There. Break. Break. First one hits. Second one you're able to parry.
No.
6 points of piercing damage. One that is nearly dead is going to turn to Croaker and just try to stab a frog on the ground. First one hits, second one missed. 7 more points of piercing.
There's nothing. Just but a flesh wound.
hit you.
Oh, he's dead. Good.
Oh yeah. Gonna move up, take his companion's place. Step Corvus. 22 to hit. 6 points of piercing damage. That took 2 moves to get to you, so he's done. And this one's gonna move up to
Wait a minute,
there.
hold up. Reroll that. Reroll that. You had him targeting me still instead of targeting Corvus. So gave a -2 to the AC.
Corvus does a 22 hit.
Yes, I believe it does.
You take
Okay.
6 points of damage.
I just noticed it said target Croaker, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no worries. That was gonna move up and throw a knife at Tangerine.
Oh no.
Which hits the 17
Barely. Barely.
for
Just
5 points of piercing damage. That's it. We are done. Back to the top of order. Pinocchio, with your natural 20, what would you like to
Okay.
do?
I am a panic. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And can I just try to stab that guy 3 times or 2 times?
Absolutely.
All right. Cuz I have daggers.
The first one will
You
be
do get a
full
plus
bonus.
1.
First one's at a +1. Second one will be at a -4.
All right. So we have Le Dagger. That'd be 11 if I add the 1 to that.
11 does not hit.
And
Remember what I said about those? Remember what I said about those rolls earlier? I take back my previous statement. Let's get our luck back.
That's a 23 for being a second attack, which absolutely hits. Not quite a crit. 5 points of damage. Beautiful. That's your turn?
And then I don't think that I could just jump and land on top of there, can I?
No, it's quite a ways up.
Okay. Then I'm gonna be like, a dagger.
This cultist who doesn't have a dagger anymore because he just threw it is gonna walk over and just punch Canopio.
You bitch.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
I know this says
Yes,
dagger,
sir.
but I'm not gonna roll dagger damage. Misses anyways.
I'm little. I'm slippy.
Yep. Just starts swinging at you.
Just- She's afraid, so it's more like. Ah!
Corvus.
They're pretty lined up for me here. But I'll start-
Murder!
I'll start at the right, and I will figure out what he doesn't like.
19 is just the DC.
Okay. And I will scoop up some of that leftover blight since he's badly injured. He seems to not like that. I'll scoop up some of that leftover blight from the spell onto my sword, and I will attack him.
Go for it. That's a critical hit. Ignore your critical damage.
Whoops, critical. Ah, there we go.
For
So
24 points of damage, which was more than enough to one-shot him. He's very dead.
Okay. And I don't, and so that was 2 actions. I think what I will do is I will just
That does it.
right into the guy right in front of me.
All right. This two Croaker. Kind of getting pummeled.
Can I do some kung fu shit?
Do.
It'll
Roll
take
kung
2
fu.
actions because it would be me getting up, but I want to do it like capoeira style. So I'm kicking the guy that's near death right in front of me. So I like spin around and spin on my hands and just kick him right in the face with my foot.
Go to flurry of blows against him.
Oh yeah.
Animations. Health does miss. But you have another attack. That's a
I think that
critical
hits.
hit. 18 points. Just getting to your feet. The first one is more just like planting your foot and then just one solid kick to the rib cage and bones crack under the blow and he just crumples to the ground.
And then I'm gonna face the other one. I'm just gonna put my hand out like Neo from the Matrix and go like this and enter my stance.
Let's do Tangerine.
Murder, murder.
Could murder. I could try and murder. I don't think I can really murder any of them, but I can try.
I believe in you.
You know, all I want to do is just sit on a nice throne and relax.
What'd you do?
I've been walking for days in heels, and now everybody is going to have to feel my suffering. And I am going to torturous torment the injured one. Hit the right one. That's next to Canopio.
Okay.
So fortitude save.
The 25.
No, I thought that was her rolling. No.
No.
It's a basic
But
save.
I think it still
so that
takes
is half.
half.
Anything else? Seems to just kind of shrug it off in this almost fanatical frenzy.
Just for the hell of it. You know, you should have taken that better. I'm gonna bomb on it. Just because I got an action to just do something with.
DC of 14.
The diplomacy, okay.
Sorry,
Just
DC of 12.
So I have 15.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Alright. Back to the cultists. One is going to move. So you'll get your attack opportunity.
Ooh, stand still.
Does hit.
But it won't hold him in place because I didn't crit him.
Right. Nine points damage. He is going to spend an action to go into a fanatical frenzy. Then make an attack again. Absolutely misses. He just starts screaming incoherently, just swiping at you with the dagger. Fun.
What I want to do next is gonna be great.
Just happy to stand there and take on Corvus. We're also going to enter a fanatical frenzy. And then take 2 attacks.
Okay, that doesn't have any of the concentrate, manipulate, or any of that, does it?
Nope. Yes.
Okay, cool.
This is with a 14 and misses with a 9.
Just easily batting them away as I'm just kind of like spinning the blade around myself.
One is going to attack Canopio. Again, that frenzy entered. And strike. They miss, and then a natural 20.
No, that said no. That said no on the dice. That said no.
That is 16 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
At the end of the round, they are just screaming in this rage. But you've noticed that they will not leave this circle. Canopio.
I have a question.
Mhm.
If I move to this square,
Mhm.
is that an attack of opportunity?
If they have attacks of opportunity, you'll provoke from both.
Okay, I didn't know if because I was staying in threatened squares by both of them,
If you
if
make
it would.
Pathfinder is
any
different.
move within range, you provoke.
Pathfinder
Also,
is different like that.
like drinking potions, drawing something from your bag, making a ranged attack, casting most spells, all of those provoke.
Okay. I
But they might
would
not
very
have
much.
attacks of opportunity.
That's fair.
Based on my lore checks against them, I recall knowledge checks against them.
Mhm.
Is that something I could have figured out?
It's not. It
Well,
tells you their
it's okay.
weaknesses.
It's okay. I have an idea. So I have a bronze bull pendant, and I would like to try to shove the unharmed cultist just back a little.
Ah.
So I think that means I would use I have to make a strength check, don't I? Or no, athletics.
Bronze bull pendant. You attempt an athletics check to shove, but you haven't rolled yet. I assume you're trained in athletics.
I am.
So the pendant, activate the pendant, you get a +2 bonus to the athletics check to shove. So it just gives you a flat +2.
Okay. So it would make it a 26.
That is a critical success to shove.
I just want the uninjured one at least 5 feet back. All I want is a little bit of space.
Just goes toppling over. I'll even throw him prone. Why not?
Thank you. And then for the other one, I am just gonna stab him twice.
Go for it. So this first one's at -4. Second will be at -8.
Okay. Well, wait. I've not puffed of poisoned yet. As a scared little mushroom lady. Poison instead. That's 2 actions, I think, is what it is. So yeah.
24. They take half damage. So it would be 2 points of damage down to 1, and 1 persistent poison damage.
And then that's my turns. My turn.
Notice they got shoved to the ground as his action to get up. Action. There. Gonna throw a knife at Kenobi. Nope. Soaring past. Corvus.
Little.
Okay. so I'm going to demoralize.
What?
Smell
Yeah, in
bad and your
front of me.
mother dresses you funny. Aw.
Yeah, you see a 14, so it's a critical success.
Okay. As part of the personal antithesis, I am reciting the summoning ritual backwards.
Love it.
My second will be a feint as I spin the blade around me.
Now down to a 12.
But
It
good
is,
enough,
he
right?
is flat-footed.
Okay. And then I will strike.
Go for it. AC of 13.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Critical hit. Roll it up. I promise you, he doesn't have enough health to survive this.
Be optimistic.
There's 20 points of damage. That would have killed him at full health.
Damn.
It
So
just
that was my entire turn, was to just demoralize, feint, and then...
make sure that he knows who he's messing with before you end his whole career.
Yes.
Broker!
Oh, you know it's going to be a flurry of blows.
Go for it. 13 misses.
We have
But a
hero
24
points.
hits. Yeah, you could spend a hero point if you like. That's a natural one. But the second one hits.
I'll just think.
8 damage. Not quite enough to take him out, but you still have 2 actions left.
For my second turn, can I wrap my tongue around his head and just slam him into that pillar
Absolutely, you
as some
can.
kind of attack?
I was gonna be like,
Yes, let's go.
as an
Come
action,
on, Yoshi.
can I eat him? Can I just?
Well, here's how this worked. I swung my fist, missed. I spun around, back fisted him towards that pillar, so his head's right there. And then when I got all the way facing him, my tongue's going to swing out, wrap around him, and just slam him into it as hard as I can.
Absolutely.
What should I roll for that?
Just an unarmed attack.
Hoop, is this a hallucinogenic cultist? I heard some cultists, if you lick them, you get hallucinations, and I just want to make sure that Croker's not gonna have like a bad trip the rest of the
Damn
day.
it.
Broke will be fine.
Just
Well, the tongue missed, but that was just a ploy for my final swing
Mm-hmm.
of flurry of blows. Can I do it again or no?
You can only do it once per turn.
Okay.
But you can make one final attack with a 19 absolutely hitting. Plenty. He is
Whew.
just continuing to try to slam him against the stone, eventually slipping past that defenses and just a crack. And he just
Oh no,
slides to the
I'm
ground.
still slamming him into the stone after he dies until my next turn. Like he's getting crushed to pulp.
Tangerine.
I'm gonna move up just a little bit. I'll still be out of this guy's range, right?
Yes, he doesn't have a dagger.
Okay. I'm gonna divine lance the one that's in the middle of the star.
Go for it.
We'll go good.
Wow, that animation is cool.
Right?
I
Hero point?
am going to use a hero point.
Go for it.
Still misses.
Takes the divine lance,
This is why I keep getting kidnapped.
standing firm. Center
Should
of that
really
circle.
learn self-defense.
a little bit.
Right? The final cultist who is still just trying to punch Canopio.
Ah, ah, ah.
Is he
Punch!
down on his knees trying to punch Pinocchio?
Punch!
Hey, hey,
That's 2
hey.
hits for a total of 8 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
And then it was.
And then that's it. That's all he's got.
No.
At the end of the round, that circle that you've all been fighting in, those of you more occult inclined would see that this blood that's been spilled all of a sudden just starts pulling. Sorry. Pulling towards the center of it, pulling up, and then that stone at the center of the sun starts cracking. Canopio.
Maybe Crocodile stop crushing his head.
Canopio, you're up first.
I'm. Question. Can I pull him out of the circle?
Could move up above him and then try to shove him.
Yeah. I will
Actually,
move. Ah! Ah! The guy who's stabbing me! This guy right here!
make an athletics check.
Alright. Let's see. Come on, Ken Popey Po.
You have 18. To shove him a few feet.
And he's out of the circle.
He's in the circle still. 5 more feet will get him out.
Let's see. So I moved and I shoved, and that's 2 actions.
Mhm.
Okay. Hoop, I would like
Mhm.
you to go on a journey with me.
Hit me.
I have in my possession a feather token of a ladder.
Okay.
So it goes
I
from
was
a feather
wondering.
token to a ladder.
Mhm.
Can I ka-shunk and make the ladder? Because it's a 20-foot tall ladder. Can it just like, can the cultist take a ladder to the forehead
Make
or
an,
the chest and be like, "Huh?"
make
Oh
an
my god,
athletics
it's the
check at -5.
What was it? Athletics check at
Athletics.
-5.
oh my god, it's the mattress from Cyberpunk all over
It
Right?
again.
sure is.
I'm never gonna forget that inflatable mattress
Oh,
from Cyberpunk.
Just you're balancing yourself as this ladder just shoots out, and it's so hard to control, nearly sending you over backwards. But now you just have this ladder that just hits the ground next to you.
Corvus
Free
looks surprised.
Just, free action pout.
This cultist up in the center gonna do nothing. Corvus.
I am gonna yell, pull him out of the circle!
He's just standing there, kind of like eyes closed, just that stone cracking under his feet, and just waiting.
Oh, stone's cracking under his feet. Not great.
Not great.
Yeah. I'm going to protect the Duchess.
Okay.
by looking at this, and doing the thing I do. Oh, wow, that's okay. But
If you want to move up and make an attack, I'm happy to just remove him. You don't have to roll
okay,
for him. He's
okay,
not
great.
trying to defend himself. You can just run up and just stab.
Oh, okay. If he's not defending himself, then I'll just like knock him unconscious, I guess.
Either way, removed from the.
Outside the circle.
Yeah, just kind of shove him against that pillar, basically, and knock him out. But I will stand in front of the Duchess.
Broker.
I'm going to pull a card from my deck of cantrips. And it's going to be Ray of Frost at the crazy guy in the middle.
I believe that's still accurate.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to make it work from the deck. Make a spell attack roll. The radial's cold damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Have a spellcasting
Deck.
ability?
The deck makes it so you don't need a spellcasting ability to cast from the deck. It's a DC of 15 and a spell attack modifier of 5.
Yeah, so roll d20 plus 5.
Sounds good. That would be a 20 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
So it'll be 1d4 plus 5 because that's the spellcasting modifier. So 7 damage, and what's the status?
Beautiful.
They have a minus 10 foot status penalty to their speed for 1 round.
Not moving. Anything else?
I'm gonna back around behind this pillar
Oh,
because
my
the cantrip took 2 actions.
Right. Gives Tangerine.
All right, guys. Hoop knows I have a favorite Pathfinder spell that I always take if I can.
Mhm.
Do I use a second level spell on this one guy to get him out of the circle, or do I just try to kill him?
I'd say get him out of the circle if you have the ability to do so.
Yeah.
I say follow your heart, but you can also get him out of the circle. It's entirely up to you.
What would the plumber do?
Grab him by the bones and shake him.
There you
I'm
go.
going to cast a Bone Shaker.
My God,
3 actions.
What a horrifying spell that.
Action.
It's my favorite.
Bad and naughty
And it-
cultists get their bones vibrated.
And it usually never works.
Is a
I believe it's Fortitude.
A DC 20 fortitude. Damn it.
26. It takes half
So
damage.
I can only.
And move
It's
it 5
half
feet.
damage.
It will fall prone.
Alright. Alright, well, it's prone.
And takes half damage. 6 points of. Not quite enough to kill it.
And that's my turn, because that was all 3 actions.
End of that round, the stone finally splits. And a maw just pokes up through, snaps around the cultist, and drags it back down. Immediately followed by claws that just pull its massive scaled body up and out of the hole.
I'm too close to
Can,
the hole. I'm too
There
close to
we
the
Canopia.
hole.
go.
I'm too close to the hole. Toad is gonna die.
There we go.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
His long, serpentine-like neck just stretches out, swinging back and forth, staring at all of you, before it just lets out more of a screech than anything. I'm gonna add this fella here to the at the
Yeah.
very bottom
Glad he
of
rolled
initiative.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, don't touch me there. That is my no-no
My
square.
no square. Oh no, don't.
There,
All
that
right,
is my no-no square.
Pinocchio, you're up first.
You are
Where'd the
too close to
dragon
that
go?
play.
Where'd that dragon go?
Oh,
Put
that
him
why you
back
hid?
right now.
Put that thing back where you came from, more so help me.
at the top of your turn, I need you to make a will save. A 13. Would you like to spend a hero point to re-roll it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hold on. Why are my hero points being stupid? I wanted to use one and it gave me an extra one, and that's the opposite.
I do believe this is your second one.
I've only used this would be my first hero point used.
Oh, okay. You have one left.
I used a hero point.
So good.
Lucky 3. That succeeds. You are not frightened of this creature.
Yay.
I very much am, but I will.
I very thank you for telling me I'm not, but I really am.
I am heckin' concerned at least.
Croker's gonna
Alright.
try something he hasn't tried yet.
Is it my turn still?
Yeah, that was just the top of your turn. Saving against fear.
Okay. All right. That is a thing. That is a thing. I am going to for a start by acid splashing. Ah!
So that spell does have the somatic component that will trigger attacks opportunity if it has one.
Still, the somatic component is.
You go to cast that spell, the head just whips around and the jaws snap down.
The toad has been eaten. The toad has been.
Not my
It's a
mushroom
33
friend.
to hit.
Jesus.
That doesn't hit. It totally hits.
For 30 points of damage.
I am in its mouth and dead. I had 26 hit points left.
Pinocchio just goes to start looking for components to cast the spell, and by the time you lift your eyes, the jaws are just on you.
I have a question. Is this something that, like, kissing the dragon will fix?
It's not a dragon, it's a wyvern.
Doesn't matter. Toad doesn't know that.
Purpose.
I mean, Tangerine did say she brought healing spells.
Also, for everyone that's new to the game and watching, when a creature drops you to 0, you move in initiative to be right before that creature.
Okay.
So Corvus, you are technically top of initiative now.
Great. So is it my turn, or? Okay. Well, first off, very important.
That will fail.
Okay. I don't think there's a limit on how many times you can do that. Does it critically fail?
It does not.
Okay. On a failure, I recall a salient weakness about the creature. I can exploit only the creature's personal antithesis. Okay. And I can only do that. Okay, so I can only do that once per round. All right. So I have to. So at the moment, I will exploit a personal antithesis. But the first thing I'm going to. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use an oil of potency on my sword
Fair enough.
to make it a +1 striking sword. And then I'm very sorry, but I'm going to move this pillar as my third action. And since I'm not quite ready to like get my fight on.
That brings us to Canopio. I need you to make a recovery check, please. Which, if you open your character sheet on the top left under temp HP, you'll see a die. Click that.
Can I use my last hero point?
You can use the hero point to auto stabilize.
I will use my last hero point to auto stabilize.
You're no longer dying. You are just unconscious.
And the dragon will now eat you.
And we're gonna move to the Wyvern.
Do it. Do it. Eat the mushroom.
Oh, we have more important targets.
Crocker says, "You tell that dragon princess, this is your castle."
Sinclair's Library, thank you so much for the follow. I can appreciate it. About to eat this
This
party
is
with a
my-
Wyvern.
Castle.
So for 2 actions, it is just going to hold out the wings and just beat them down, forceful motion, and take off up into the air.
Oh, good. Okay.
If you want to
Kind
be
of
my
this
friend,
Arcing,
I will let you.
swooping motion, which comes back down towards Tangerine. Make a claw attack. 22 to hit Tangerine.
Yep. Not a crit, but it hits.
For 18 points of slashing damage.
I'll
Jesus.
take it.
And because it hits you, it can grab you.
Oh no, I'm being taken!
The last
Why always
action
must this happen?
is going to be punishing momentum. If the wyvern has grabbed a creature, it can fly its speed up and then let go at the end of its movement. So it just rockets back up into the sky after slamming the claw down into Tangerine. And as it finishes this spiral upwards, just lets go. Tangerine, do you have anything to stop you from taking fall damage?
I actually
Umbrella?
have
The
a
parasol.
jade. Oh no, I don't think it's. I don't think the umbrella helps. No, the how high up is it?
You're gonna be 60 feet up.
Well, I have a jade cat, but I think I have to activate it.
But man,
Activate it while you fall. It might save you.
Right.
I mean, I've been wearing it.
trigger, you fall or attempt an acrobatics check to check your balance. For 1 minute after you activate the check, you treat all falls as 20 feet. So you're only going to technically fall 40 feet. But then the Jade Cat shatters.
Don't land on the Jade Cat.
So you take 20 points of fall damage and fall prone.
I'm down.
Could Tangerine have landed on Canopio?
It doesn't matter
It
either
just-
way.
Took her straight up and dropped her straight back down.
Okay, I didn't know if there was like a little bit of a woo.
We're also dying. This fight started off very well.
It sure did.
For the wyvern.
Broker.
Well, Croker's gotta do what Croker's gotta do.
I thought Crow
I am
was-
jumping. I am jumping on this dragon's back, and I am punching it twice in the neck with stunning blow.
So if you hit with either of your flurry of blows, then you can possibly stun. I believe it's either. Might be both. Stunning fist. Whenever you target the same creature with 2 strikes from your flurry of blows, you can try to stun the creature. If either strike hits, the target must succeed a Fortitude class DC. Stunned. First strike goes out as he just this leaping attack against it. Barely missing, but the second one coming back at it with the backswing does hit. 8 points of damage. And Fortitude saving throw.
Damn it.
29.
Well, for my last action, I'll just hit it one more time.
Go for it. Just hitting this scaled body, even though you're making impact, it's just not doing much.
But I'm holding on to his neck where he can't really bite me or anything.
He has a very curvy neck and is about 15 feet taller than you. To be fair.
It's like you're fighting a Canadian Cobra chicken. got a lot of
Tangerine
neck.
Not be. There we go. 15. Button.
Well,
Corvus.
Although, couldn't I have climbed... Curiosity, could I have climbed pretty high up his neck since I have a 50 movement speed?
In order to climb a creature, that is a separate action.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But if, instead of making that last attack, if you'd like to try, certainly can.
Oh, for sure. I want to get to where he cannot bite me.
Okay.
You could be like a hat.
So first
Would
off,
that, would that be athletics?
If so, I'm just double checking.
and I'm sorry, Hoop, I'm
athletics,
gonna
yeah.
make you do some work.
DC of 22. That's enough. You're technically up climbing on this creature.
Hell yeah.
Nice work.
Sorry, Corvus.
Nope. I'm sorry, Hoop. I'm gonna have you do some work.
Sure.
So diverse lore also gives me that other thing where after using esoteric lore, it also counts as a recall knowledge, which I failed. But I have dubious knowledge, so even when I fail, I learn one true thing and one erroneous thing about
This
this wyvern.
this creature is weak to cold damage and immune
Okay.
to being paralyzed.
Okay.
One of those is true, one of those is
One
fake.
of those is false. Okay. So my first action is going to be to try that again.
Go for it.
Try to search my knowledge for anything more specific about this thing,
You have 24, which you pass.
which I pass.
Would you like to know?
Okay. a success.
Oh, so
I
that
recall
was an
an important
exploit vulnerability, not a recall knowledge.
Right. But it counts as a recall knowledge because of diverse lore. Like the exploit
Oh,
vulnerability
gotcha.
is
Yep. All good.
so
What
the
do you know
success
about
of
it?
this is the success of this is I learn its highest weakness if it has one.
Has no weakness.
Okay. Uh, so has no weaknesses. Then I would like to know its highest its resistances then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Has no resistance.
fantastic. Okay then. Well, then I guess the best I can do is my personal antithesis. I will try. I will do a scout's charge at it, I suppose, and I will try my very best.
I'm sorry.
What?
Croker, this thing is 60 feet in the air.
Oh, I will not
Oh,
scout
so
charge at it.
So we actually have to take a step back. Croker, you have your whole turn back.
oh, well,
Yeah, because it flew 60 feet up and then dropped the princess.
Don't suppose you have any like battle medicine type stuff, do you?
no.
You know who does? The one who was left alone in the open and is now dead
I
and
want to
dying.
go. I know what I want to do. I'm gonna go over to Tangerine, find one of her potions, and feed it to her.
Absolutely.
I do have a soothing tonic.
Is that the one that gives you fast healing for a minute?
Yes.
So at the top of your turn, you'll heal 1 hit point. Which will bring you up.
And then you can heal the rest of the people.
Yeah. So Croker, 1 actually move over, 1 to start searching through the pack, grab the potion, and then 1 to shove it in the princess's face.
Sounds good.
Alright, now, Corvus, you do your exploit vulnerability at this wyvern way up in the air.
Yep. And
Still have an action left.
I'm probably not going to charge at it.
Probably not.
So, for my second action, then, it's probably going to be. How much does this heal me for? That is 2d8 plus 5. All right. Run around and give a potion to Canopio.
Thank
And
you.
right now, she's the only one who can hit the damn thing.
And so that's 1d8.
Five
So
points
whole
of
10
healing.
hit points you get.
Hey, 5 more than I had.
You are brought back to consciousness. You are now wounded 2, which means that if you get dropped again, you'll start at dying 3 instead of dying 1. And if you ever hit dying 4, then it's over. This, as opposed to 5e, where you can go up, get dropped, get picked up, and get dropped as many times as you want, you have a limited number of times you can do that in Pathfinder.
That's fair.
But for conscious.
And Tangerine will be stable on her turn, correct? Or
Yes.
conscious on her turn.
Yes, at the top of Tangerine's turn, she'll heal 1 and regain consciousness. Pinocchio. You are prone but conscious.
All right. I am going to get up. So that's one action. I am going to... Thank you! Bonus action, polite.
Yes.
And then, use a minor healing potion on the princess.
2.
So hopefully that puts her to 3 on her turn. And then I'm going to use Harmlessly Cute and look at the
Oh, no.
wyvern and go, please don't!
Now, how much would that tonic I gave her heal her since she's conscious now?
It wouldn't change.
Eh,
Okay,
It'll still be 1 at the top of my turn.
gotcha.
Please don't, Mr. Dragon, sir!
In the shameless request,
It's harmlessly cute.
Yeah. I'd like to make the shameless request action. You can request something. On a critical
Shamelessly.
failure, you get a failure instead. But, yeah. You're asking it to not attack you.
Please don't.
Yeah. Make a deception roll, I believe it would be.
This is not. I am not trying to deceive it. This is an honest ask. Please, no.
Let's go diplomacy then.
Mother bitch.
You did.
Stares at
Mother
you hungrily. Alright, that's your turn.
Yeah. Free
Would you
action
like it?
cry.
Would you like a hero point?
Do you just give them out?
I mean, I can. I've got the points. Do you want to re-roll that? I'll give you a hero point.
I will re-roll that with a hero point if possible.
Yeah.
Alright.
And if you want to buy one.
It's on cooldown? Why did it say something went wrong? It won't let me redeem it.
Oh,
Oh, it's on cooldown.
we got a hero point that I somehow missed from Lord Shikaka. So you can just spend that.
Okay, I will do that.
So reroll it. Only slightly better. It still stares at you like you are a hungry snack. Like it is hungry and you are a snack.
That's
Tangerine.
like a tiny morsel.
Top of your turn, you heal 1.
Sure do, Rabobin. I'm done.
Not if Tangerine heals you.
Mm.
I am actually going to do that. I'm going to use one of my 3 action heals.
A mushroom cloud of healing. Everyone heals
Ooh.
16.
Back to double digits.
Which, yeah. Even though it's an emanation and I'm in it,
You do get hit by it.
but am I considered targeted for my communal healing?
No.
Can I waft some of the mushroom fart back at her?
You heal the 16. It's just you were not the target of a spell.
So I can regain the level of spell for my communal healing? So
You
I
were
can get
not.
an extra 2?
You were not the
Okay,
target.
that's what I was asking. Okay.
But you
Okay,
heal
okay,
the 16.
cool. Well, I get 2 if I am not the target.
Oh, well then yeah, you absolutely would.
Okay. Cool.
Wyvern's turn.
Back to full health.
We're going to spend 2 actions to do a powerful dive.
Please no!
On to Corvus.
He missed Corvus. Oh, I was gonna say.
23 to hit.
Will hit. That. Does he move through my square to through my
No,
threatened...
he's swooping down.
Okay.
For 10 points of damage. Grabbed.
I just healed that.
No! Put him down!
And we're going to
He
hit you
is.
with the Stinger.
What?
Not with a 16, we aren't.
Just
And
take.
that's it. That's all he can do. That's it. That's it.
That's it. Croaker, this thing is on the ground.
Croaker's gonna do some Croaker shit.
I believe
Run up.
if you grapple it, it can't fly again.
Flurry of blows.
You are going to provoke an attack of opportunity since it has 10 feet of reach.
Son of a bitch.
Hit you with that Stinger. Try to, please. That's a natural 20.
Mommy.
For 22 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a DC 20 fortitude save.
Ooh,
That is a
buddy.
success.
Yeah, now I roll decent.
Let's go.
You are able
Alright,
to
well-
resist the poison, but still take the 22 points of damage.
Yep, I don't hit him at all. Because I moved, I did flurry of blows, and I did one more strike, and I missed on all of them.
Just that tail is just moving back and forth. You're trying to avoid getting stung. Just can't put any power behind those blows. Brings us to Corvus. We're in this thing's grasp.
Okay. Great.
You can try to break out with an acrobatics check, athletics check, or an unarmed attack. Or if you're fine, you can just attack from its hand.
I think what I'll try to do is I'll try to stab it a bunch.
Okay, go for it.
Make the stabby.
Absolutely hits.
Okay, so 29, not a crit, I don't
Not a
imagine.
crit.
That's too bad because it was a 19. Okay, so I believe it should already be double dice.
It is a +1 striking weapon. Roll it. 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Actually, should it be 12 points of damage because of weakness?
Right.
I'm still barely injured.
Implements empowerment. And that was my first action. Here's what I should have done to start us off with. Let's try a little bit of a... Yeah.
Intimidation. That is going to fail. It just roars back at you.
Yeah, I figured it would. Had to try, right?
And one action left.
And yeah, there's no way I'm breaking out with my athletics or acrobatics.
Or unarmed attack. And it is at a -5 because this counts as your second attack.
Yeah, I mean, let's. What is the problem if you critically fail breaking out?
Typically nothing. You just
Great.
the so that not a critical failure. Because there are enemies that do have effects if you critically fail against getting out of their grasp, which I was not fast enough to get out of my mouth to tell you, but you didn't critically fail, so it's fine.
Okay.
All right, Pinocchio.
Okay. Is the dragon on the ground?
It is.
Is facing Corvus and not me?
It has 360 vision.
Not my mom. It can't see in the back. It doesn't have eyes in the back of its head.
It has a big old long neck, and the head just swivels.
All right, Canadian
Is
Coke.
she out of sight? Is she out of sight behind the pillar?
If you move up 5 feet, you will be.
Woo! I'm going to fire a crossbow bolt.
Go for it.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong page for it because I'm a dum dum.
That hits.
Oh,
4 points of damage. Bolt just
All right.
sinks into its chest.
I am going to reload and fire again.
It was a move, a shot, and then a reload. That is all 3
Okay.
actions.
Then I will just reload and free action cower.
Tangerine!
What?
Elder Worm
Okay.
Studio, thank you so much for the raid. I can
Oh,
appreciate it.
Much.
Give you a shout out. Elder Worm Studio. I can spell, I promise.
I kind of want to heal my friends. But I also...
For everyone that's just joining us, this is day 2 of our Pathfinder week. We're playing Pathfinder all week long, other than Friday, which is Avatar Legends.
Mhm.
And thank you all so much for the follows. We're heckin' appreciate it.
Here we go.
Alright, sorry.
Okay,
Tangerine,
this is
go
my
ahead.
dilemma. I could heal somebody and then do my thing.
Mhm.
Or I could attempt to give the wyvern a -2 to their will saves.
Remember, you are prone, in case that helps your decision.
Nope. I'm just gonna lay on the ground like a helpless princess. Like the crown is like off kilter and her feet are just up in the air. It's not very pretty, but
Love it.
very like damsel in distress. I'm a princess who almost died.
Just showing her lady bits to the wyvern give her
No,
advantage.
she's not wearing a dress. She is wearing traveling clothes, so there
Good.
are pants involved.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Wait, traveling clothes and high heels?
She's
Yes.
wearing traveling heels.
Traveling heels.
What you doing for your action?
Do I want to heal or do I want a bon mot?
You do what is most fun for you.
Just remember, his resistances are very high.
I will also say, this is a one-shot, my love. Just do what gives
Go
you
now.
If we die, it's
joy.
okay.
Right. I'm going to
She pulls up
try.
the fireball.
I don't have a fireball. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have a fireball. I am going to try and bon mot him.
Alright.
My diplomacy is not super great, but
DC of 22.
oh, it's doable.
It is. I believe in you.
It is
I don't
definitely
think there's any way that
doable.
I could help by being like, you got this.
Not so much.
That's fair.
The moral support mushroom.
Yep.
Yeah, fortunately,
I'm
that is
gonna
a
hero
failure.
point.
Oh, yeah. Do it. Hero point it up. Still a failure, but
Still
barely
doesn't.
Almost.
by 1.
If only I had given her guidance.
If only you had.
Oh, but I do heal 1. Thank you for reminding me. I do actually heal 1 point
Oh,
at the
yes.
top of my turn.
2 actions
But
left.
you know what? I already failed at trying to do that. I'm still gonna try and do Forced Mercy. It's a will save DC of 20.
Oh, for crying out loud.
That's a 20 exactly.
So it's affected for 1 round.
All physical damage dealt by the target to living creatures becomes non-lethal. All persistent bleed dealt by the target is reduced.
Interesting.
So if it drops any of you, you'll just be unconscious instead of dying.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
All right.
So when he drops you, Corvus, you'll just be unconscious. You won't be dying.
Yeah.
Great.
Speaking of, Wyvern is just taking these attacks, looks down at you, Corvus, and is going for a nice bite.
He's poisoned.
That is a 30 to hit.
Jesus.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Just it.
Only for 18
Justice
points of
reigns
piercing.
from above. Sorry.
And then we're going to try the stinger onto Croaker again. Misses with a 2. Ugh. You hate
Cooker's
to
got
see
his
it.
groove going now.
And Corvus, we're just going to try a claw on you. We're afraid. Natural 20.
Ah,
Jesus Christ.
For
no.
24 points of damage.
I am asleep.
You are unconscious, in
unconscious,
its
though.
hand.
I am.
Thank God for Forced Mercy.
It
I
didn't
am
matter.
napping pleasantly.
Alright, so that's the end of its turn. Croaker, you are up. I love all of these token animations. They're so cool.
They are wonderful.
Pulling a card out of the cantrip deck.
Oh, yeah. Ray of Frost, 100%.
That is going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
I believe he already used one.
It was just his turn. So it
That's
comes
true.
back.
Boo.
Oh, no, wait. That was from... How do I use the card if I pull it?
Once you use it, it's gone.
Oh, then I can't use Ray of Frost anyway, so never mind. Because I used it earlier.
You do have 22 other spells to choose from.
Yes, but none of them are as useful as that one against this thing. So,
Corvus already found out that the cold weakness was bullshit.
no, fair enough. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, let's see if I can hit this damn thing.
Yeah.
He's not in the air, is he?
Nope.
So you-
On the ground.
No, he's not in the air. He's down on the ground. I mean, if you grapple it, if it's possible to grapple it, I don't think he can fly anymore.
Is this flurry of blows?
Yes. God damn it.
Both unfortunate miss.
Does Corvus's esoteric knowledge let you know what alignment it is?
I'll tell you that's neutral evil.
Okay, so why is it that you only have a +5 to hit?
Because the second attack is
Because that
at
was a
minus
multi-attack.
5.
That would be why. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. So the first one's a +10. That's where I am. Okay.
Fuck me.
Oh,
Yeah, ideally, you
hero
would want
point?
to be flanking to reduce its AC, or cause it to be frightened, or sickened, or something.
Yeah. I tried to get to be frightened, but I cannot do that anymore.
Yeah, I can't, and I
What's
can't
your-
really flank him right now because you're unconscious.
You're striking it again and again, just not getting past that very thick hide.
All right, last hit. Because first Fury blows, and that strike, then this one.
Believe it, you. Natural 20.
Come on, that 20. Come on, that 20. Gosh.
Yeah. Like
Hitting it
Crop
again and
Crusher's
again
thing
and
is
again.
you're if
Now I'm
if
just
an
banging my head on
18
this.
doesn't hit, then
Corvus.
If I'd have got a natural 20, that would be the only thing that would have hit him at that point.
Yeah.
yeah. Which do
Pinocchio.
you have anything else in your bag of tricks?
No, not really.
Corvus, you are unconscious. Pinocchio.
Yep.
Okay. So Corvus is unconscious. I'm going to grab him and pull him back.
Moving will
towards-
provoke an attack opportunity. Because it did not use it against Croaker.
Fuck, that's right.
I don't want to
Then
play a gotcha moment, so I want you to know.
You know what? First things first. I am gonna shoot because I reloaded at the end of my last turn. That is on my agenda. I almost had a nat 20, and I'm mad.
That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
I don't care at this point. I'm behind a pillar. I'm getting the attack of opportunity either way.
That's a 27 to hit.
It
you
sure do.
Make a fortitude save, please. And take 11 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
As the tail just whips around the pillar. There's your natural 20.
I know.
Which is good. That's
you
when
don't
you
care
wanted
about poison.
That's when you wanted it.
To be fair, I am a mushroom.
The 23 does hit.
A mushroom.
So roll your damage.
The monk seemed like a good idea to
Two.
fight the dragon.
Alright. So I've attacked. Got my attack of it got its attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move. Grab Corvus and start dragging him back to Tangerine and I. Do I need to make an athletics check?
Nope. What is your speed?
25.
10 to get there would leave you with 15. Get another 5 feet back. Drag Corvus to...
Okay. And
Luckily, Corvus is stable. He just needs healed.
I already used the one healing potion I had. So she's just gonna kind of perch like over him,
Okay.
using all like 3 foot of her, like.
Spend your last action to reload.
Yes.
Tangerine!
I was gonna get him anyways, but you know what? This works too. I'm gonna move up 1. Nope, that's the wrong button. Move up 1.
And I'm gonna give this to anyone that's not me.
And I am going. So that was an action to move. I am going to battle medicine.
Thanks,
and
everybody.
because I have ward medic. I can do 2 people at once.
That's for the 10 minutes of treat wound. Not the
Oh, yeah.
battle medicine. Assuming that you're using battle medicine.
I am using battle medicine.
So yeah.
Then I am going to. You should have just left him there. You just left him where he was. Then I don't need to move, so then I will go back. And I'm gonna battle medicine. Corvus.
What DC?
I think I'm gonna risk it for the
expert?
biscuit. I'm gonna
So
go
DC
with
20?
20.
Cool.
Yeah, might as well just go for 20.
Biscuit to get the biscuit.
I have a little extra oomph from my thing. I'm gonna use that hero point.
Yeah.
Do it.
It was worse.
I'm sorry.
Not a critical failure, so you don't take any
Uh,
damage.
Yep. So you don't, cut me open, which is nice.
You have 2 actions left, and Corvus is now immune to your battle medicine.
Yep. Well, then I'm just gonna heal you. I should have just done that in the first place, but I was trying to save some resources.
2 action heal.
No, he's right next to me. I can just touch him.
Yes, but a 1 action heal only heals 1d10. A 2 action heal will heal 2d10 plus 16.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Select the variant. There you go. Now you can click the healing. So 25 points of healing instead of 2d10.
And I also get healed.
Yeah, you do.
Which is why I was like, you should have just kept him there. Because I still could have reached him.
But that battle medicine could have been big.
Also,
Well, I was gonna battle medicine my almost dead friend.
So that was 2 actions. That was all 3 actions.
Yep.
The Wyvern. Broker. I think we need to have a chat. By that, I mean
No.
it's gonna try to
No.
fight you.
Go.
That's only 24 to hit. It's not a crit. For 10 points of piercing damage. Awful. Now we're gonna try to claw you.
You say awful. I say thank God.
21 just hit. For 10
What
more
if-
points of slashing damage.
what if, and this is crazy, it didn't?
And then it's automatically going to grab you because it hits your claw attack. Then it's going to throw its stinger in Topia.
What if it didn't?
No, it misses. 14.
Thank God.
Now it has Croaker in it. I'm so sorry. That was dumb. Corvus is still up there because Corvus is still being grabbed by this thing.
I
Oh,
didn't
that's true.
realize.
You put him down.
So, Tangerine, you could have done the 2 action to heal at a distance, and you still have an action left. You would not have had to spend it on battle medicine. As Dido had to
Ooh,
step
Dido.
away.
So I can take all that back then, right?
It still would have made those attacks against you. And I don't think you want me to re-roll those, because I might roll crits.
I don't.
You can still heal your mushroom.
So,
Well, because that means Canopio would be back behind the pillar,
yeah, so
unable to drag me back.
The dragon had its mitts on Corvus, and we forgot that. So I didn't drag Corvus to you. So the distance healing works. So if you wanted to boost the little guy, you can, or you can boost yourself. It's up a you.
So
Basically,
what
you didn't do your battle medicine last turn or last
yeah,
time
so
around.
you still have 1 action if you'd like to spend that.
So can I re-roll my battle medicine on my toad friend?
So you didn't have to do the battle medicine, but if you
But I would have used a battle medicine on.
then you would have got the same roll, so nothing would change.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Yep. So all is right with the world.
Speak for
Except
yourself.
for the
I'm
fact that- yeah.
grabbed.
Joker.
So since technically, if I'm in one claw and he's in the other claw, we're across from each other, flanking. Correct?
You are not flanking.
Damn it!
Also, Corvus is
Ah,
unconscious.
Exactly where we wanted to be.
well,
wait,
no,
him
Corvus still
being-
got healed.
Yeah, he still got healed.
Oh,
Does
that's
that-
right. You're not unconscious. Thank you.
Fine.
What if he's playing dead? Does that make it flanking?
Oh, 23.
Holy shit! I hit him.
Absolutely hits.
Bite him! Bite him!
Second one doesn't hit.
But he does. Was that a flurry of blows?
Yes.
That's 11 points of
With
damage.
With the stunning
Don't
strike.
fail.
And a fortitude save.
Fail.
Mother.
With a 32.
No. Boo.
But
Well-
still, this wyvern is badly hurt.
Not much else I can do besides hit him again. And again.
You can try to escape.
No, I actually hit him when he was holding me. I'm taking this.
This is a win, damn it. Alright.
Yeah, nope, didn't hit him on that.
It's to the top of the round. Orvis.
Okay, this may sound strange,
Mhm.
but I need everything I can get.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to faint.
Sure. You're looking at a D of 21.
Can I only do that once per round?
Don't think so.
Skills, deception, feint. Doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think you can
so
keep
I will.
going.
I don't think, and there's nothing really else I can do with my. So I will try one more time to juke him out. Okay, he is flat-footed to me.
Absolutely is.
All right, now.
Even though he's holding you.
Yep.
That's why he's flat-footed. He's gotta.
Yeah, exactly.
That hits. 16
For
points of
16 for
20 points of damage.
yes.
Wyvern is severely hurt and just screeching out in pain.
Jamming it down into his into its wrist and twisting.
I was thinking of your kill with a
Absolutely.
crossbow.
That entire arm is just getting cut to ribbons. That's your turn?
That's all three.
Pinocchio. This wyvern is badly hurt. You're taking the attack of opportunity?
Yes. Ah!
Is a 26 to hit you?
Yes.
For 11 points of piercing damage. The fortitude.
She was laughing so much I have no clue what she just said.
My hit points are exactly at 11.
Fail the save.
Yep.
Oh no.
Does the arrow go off? Does the crossbow bolt go off?
It does not.
Fuck!
As you reach around to make this shot, that tail just zips up and stabs you.
That's fair.
We're up to dying 3.
Not good.
And I can there Tangerine. You're up.
If you've got any type of take damage on a success,
No, I'm a healer.
Can you do your
We'll
big
take
massive
that, too.
heal all of us again?
yeah.
But it will get the dragon and heal the wyvern as
It will
well.
heal the wyvern.
Do you have a it hurts when I rip the band-aid off ouchie spell? Can you shake its bones?
No, I cannot shake its bones because I used to sudden blight.
That's fair.
You know, it used its reaction, so can you move yourself to a position where it will not heal the dragon but still heal us?
No, because you're in its little hands.
Yeah, you guys are
You could.
in its hands.
Oh.
You would
Can
hit,
I?
Yeah, you would hit just the edge, just right in front of the wyvern.
But
But
that's a 3 action. I don't
if
have
you
enough.
move-
If I move, I can't use it.
Yeah. Damn.
Tangerine, it's so close to dead. Do you have a weapon to kill it? You could do it.
I have a fucking.
believe in
I
you.
have an umbrella.
Hit it with the umbrella, Tangerine.
Does the umbrella shoot bullets?
I mean, it's an umbrella injector. I don't know what it injects, but
Umbrellas. It injects other umbrellas.
I mean,
Shove it up the
I'll
dragon's
accept.
ass and open it.
What
I'll
you
accept
got?
air bubbles at this point. Like,
You got this.
Are you healing your
Dido, I
companion?
believe in you. Murder. Murder.
We about to see a battle mercy?
I think
Battle mercy. Battle mercy.
I have. You know I want to do it because
Do
I've
it.
got one. Okay, I really
Do
want to
it.
heal though. All right.
then heal.
We'll battle mercy.
Go for it.
Well, it's not really battle mercy. I can do forced mercy again. That's about the only that doesn't do damage. It just keeps them from killing people. You know what? Okay.
Divine Lance.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
I'm going to Divine Lance. We're gonna go good. Attack.
there it is. Oh,
Natural
Natural
one.
oh!
Oh no.
I got so excited with there's a special sign on that side.
You guys know I roll really bad. Why do you think I play healers? So I
Yeah.
don't have to attack.
You have an action left.
Now use your one person healing to heal Canopio so she doesn't die.
It doesn't matter if I die. Kill the dragon.
I can't.
Oop.
I have absolutely nothing that can kill the dragon.
Right.
I did my thing. That's it. I
One
did my thing. I got a natural one. You guys got to live with it.
One action heal.
I'm going to use my one action heal on Canopio.
I appreciate it.
It's 2d10. 6.
Back up to 6. Woo!
You are now up to wounded 3, which means that if you get dropped again, it's over.
That's okay. This is
Yeah. So
this is fine.
is there a way you can move without provoking attacks of opportunity?
You can take a 5-foot step.
Yeah, do that. When next time you go to take a shot, move a
That'll
little
put
bit.
you outside. That'll put you outside of its 10-foot range.
Yeah.
Corvus.
Oh my god, is it back to me already?
Oh no. Its teeth are back to you.
No, Corvus.
That is a 29
Jesus.
to hit.
That'll do it. It'll probably take me out as well.
14
Oh my God,
points
no, I
of
don't
piercing
think it
damage.
will.
That was an
think it
awful
will.
damage roll.
Oh, you are still alive. What the heck?
Croaker! Oh,
Croaker, no.
Croaker is dead.
25 to hit. For 8 points of slashing damage.
I have exactly 8 hit points.
Croaker is dying 1.
Fuck.
Hey?
Corvus,
Yes, sir.
tail strike.
No, thank you.
No, Corvus.
19 to hit.
Which is a miss. Oh no, it is exactly a hit
It is
because I'm grabbing and all the other shit.
12 points of piercing damage.
I am now unconscious.
Corvus is
No.
now dying. Just
It's all up to
holding them in
Canopio.
each hand, just slamming them into the ground, biting them, whipping them with the
damn it.
tail.
Okay, so Canopio. I would suggest a 5-foot step, which will not provoke.
Yes.
I go to spend that villain point that was so lovely given by making the
course.
wyvern quickened, so it can
Thank
take a
you,
free
Turk.
move,
I love you.
and it is going to fly 60.
Okay.
But Canopio can
better.
still kill it.
But it's 60 feet in the air. That's where it is.
Hmm.
Is it my turn currently?
It is.
It is. Oh, Corvus, you should also need to be moved. Pinocchio, top of initiative is now somehow back to you.
What do you got?
Fuck.
Sorry.
Damn it.
You failed the save against the poison. So at the top of your turn,
Wait, it doesn't go away when she dies?
did 21 points of poison damage.
Oh well, I'm back out again.
You're dead,
Just-
dead.
As Kinopio starts to get up, that poison just finally hits, coursing through her, and she collapses.
And because I went down again and that was it,
Done.
when she collapses, little fun guy just kind of sprout up on the ground where she was, just like bleh. There's a little.
Broker and Corvus, I need recovery rolls, please. It's in the top left of your character sheets, under temp HP to the left of dying.
Oh,
Croaker, that's a success. So you are just unconscious.
So right, recovery check.
Yep. That's also a success. You are both just unconscious.
thank God.
Tangerine, you are the only one left standing.
Umbrella injector. Do it.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Tangerine is very
Oh, I'm sorry.
upset.
It's 30 feet up, not 60. Staring both.
Ooh,
Actually, I
it's
don't
30.
think I have. I don't think I have the reach on my umbrella. My umbrella.
I think a 2-action heal is 30 feet.
The 3-action heal is the 30 foot. I can heal one person with 2 actions, but I'm not healing anybody. My best friend is dead.
No.
As 5 Canopios all of a sudden sprout from the fungi that hit the floor.
Right. Just. Ah.
What to do?
Oh, I'm gonna hit it with something that deals damage, but I just am not sure. Oh, it did.
You have 2 cantrips that I know of.
Yes, I do. One requires a save, and one requires me to actually be able to roll fucking dice and hit it.
I would not
Um,
suggest the save because he needs to roll like a 4.
I am going to Divine Lance.
Go for it. That hits.
I mean, it's not a lot of damage.
It's not. That is 11 points of damage. How would you like to kill this thing?
Oh my god.
I think that as she's laying on the ground, because she is yet to get up, just out of her gilded traveling heels, these almost like poisonous spores shoot straight up into the air as Tangerine is just having the biggest screaming, crying, hissy fit on the ground.
Force of your deity just shooting that lance up, piercing right through the wyvern, causing it to immediately start to crack, much like the stone that it burst through. And it lets go of both of your companions. Would you like to try to catch either of them?
I can try. I will try to catch one of them. Probably Croaker, because Croaker is closest to me.
Brooke,
He's also littler.
acrobatics check, please.
Come on,
This one-
Tangerine.
That's this way you're not taking like a full Witcher to the face.
Oh, this is not gonna go well. Because
I believe.
13.
Oh,
I have a +1. I am untrained, and I have all of these status effects on me.
You are going to end up taking half of that fall damage. Just run, and Croaker just falls directly onto you. So Croaker, you are going to take more damage. Back to dying. Tangerine, you would take 7 points of damage. Not enough to drop you.
I was gonna ask.
Corvus, this is going to bring you up to dying 3 as you just splat to the ground. I need a recovery check from you, Corvus.
Oh, please roll above 11.
It's a
How did I go
DC
down
of
to dying? How did I go down to dying 3? The first time I was knocked unconscious, I was only unconscious.
Oh,
He's
that's
only at dying
right.
1.
You weren't dying.
He just sent me into a nap.
You are
Yeah,
dying.
because of my forced mercy, he
You're
just went
dying
unconscious.
2 right now. I need you to make a recovery check. At DC 12.
So what is that?
That is
I
a
believe I have a
critical
hero
failure.
point. Let's see. I believe I
Oh,
have
just
one more.
stabilize with the hero point. Just stabilize
Yep.
with the hero point.
Oh yeah, this hero point.
Forgot you still had one.
Yep.
You just, as you're falling, just that surge of life hits, and then you splat to the ground. Still unconscious, still severely hurt, but not in any risk of immediate.
Yeah, 'cause that would have killed you just then.
That would have been death.
Yeah. But you can use one as soon as you would increase your dying value and to stabilize. So
So do I need to roll?
Yep.
Okay.
Tangerine, I assume that you're gonna.
I'm gonna heal both of them because technically Croaker is in my hands, so I'm gonna use a heal spell on him, and then I can use a 2-action heal on Corvus as well.
No
I
need to
got
roll
a
it.
whole frog in my hand.
Companions are brought back to life, and where that wyvern hits,
princess.
it just starts to turn to ash. So there is a humanoid figure left behind, clad in draconic armor, desperately trying to get to his feet, but stumbling and falling.
What's his DC?
He's basically helpless. Want to just walk up and end him.
I wouldn't mind trying to identify him. Is he cursed? Was he possessed?
He is radiating cursed man. But the symbology you're seeing on the armor is that of the noble family.
Okay. Can I attempt to learn how to break the curse?
Curse has been broken.
Was it broken by us beating his ass?
It was broken a long time ago. What's left is just the residual magic. That's
Gotcha.
all he is.
Hey, you with the armor. Do you know any resurrection spells?
In a language that unfortunately none of you recognize. Probably guess now is Draconic. Kind of coughing up blood as he is saying some very aggressive things to him. Starts like trying to crawl his way towards the door.
I'm gonna punch him.
Duchess Tangerine is back, basically prone, over Canopio, like running mascara,
Oh.
crying. And if this guy tries to leave, she's gonna kill him.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna grab him with my tongue and just slam him into the pillar right there and just end his life, unless someone else wants to do it.
In a coordinated assault, you just absolutely swallow up this figure, with it, whether it's the tongue just dragging him across the stone, or another bolt of divine energy. Doesn't take much. And all that's left behind armor that just clatters to the
Is this the treasure we're supposed to find?
Didn't seem to do him much good.
What was that, God?
Check the pit. Metagaming pigeon. Check the pit.
like to do.
I want to check the rest of the room, make sure there ain't no more surprises.
No,
Just a general, not digging through anything, just a general look around.
there's nothing. Just you, set of dark, almost obsidian colored armor, a hole in the ground.
I'd like to try to identify the armor. I think isn't that a thing you can do with like occultism or something?
It does take an hour.
In that time, I'm going to ask the princess, is there a way to bring her back? Can we find a temple to bring her back?
You told me not to go back to the plumber. The plumber could bring her back?
I thought you said the plumber was dead.
We executed the plumber and his brother.
There's another plumber.
Oh
There's
God.
another.
This one works for a roto-rooter.
Hashtag sponsored.
We wish.
I guess.
That kind of magic is just beyond me.
How far are we from city?
How long? We've been like traveling for days, right?
Yeah.
Over a week.
At least a week.
Well, maybe she'll grow back. She's a mushroom after all.
A little racist, but okay.
I'm a frog.
We did come here for a new place to live. I just didn't think it'd be this way. I mean, I did just grow a whole bunch of like blighted plants.
I mean,
I say, even if we were to bring her to a city and get her brought back, there's no guarantee she'd be the same. Bury her here, see what grows.
Maybe a taller version.
Well, Corvus,
Mm-hmm.
like reach out, start identifying this armor, kind of flipping it around, looking for sigils, feeling for the magic. You make a will saving.
That sounds about right.
Cursed items.
Is this a magical effect? I imagine?
Absolutely.
+2, so 22, 23 if it is an effect of a curse.
Absolutely.
uh-oh.
Feel just the pulse of magic from this thing.
Just like put up like a protective sign as soon as I feel like the energy coming off of it.
Everything's quiet.
Can I identify? Can I figure out like what happened there?
It was trying to bind.
And I was able to resist it.
Seems like it.
Okay. So how does one go about removing these types of cursed protections from an item?
That will require a much larger city, much larger library than you.
Okay.
Not to say that you can't simply tuck it away.
Okay.
That's
So-
the next one shot.
Hmm. So there's still some residual cursed magic on this. It's beyond my ability to break.
We should cover it up.
We could remove the curse.
Removing
Oh,
the curse might be better than covering it up, because if you cover it up, somebody might find it someday.
Oh, I just meant cover it up before we take it with us.
Yeah, and just kind of like nudges the body of the dragon with his foot. Yes, someone might find it indeed.
Well, the dragon turned to ash, didn't it?
Yeah, the
And
dragon's
it became
gone.
the human.
I'm gonna poke my head over the edge of the hole in the floor and see what's down there.
It is just a pit that goes and goes and goes.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
So you are taking the armor with you, setting off in search of some way to break that curse.
Yeah.
Tangerine has also taken the cloth part of her parasol off, and while Corvus was figuring out what was going on with the armor, was wrapping up Canopio, like very like swaddle toad mummy style,
Oh no.
so that we could bring them with us.
Well, we slowly make our way out of Castle Cragthorn. Cursed artifact in tow. There is a weight lifted off people of this nation. Now, truly, the castle is nothing but ruin. I think that is a fantastic place for us to bring this one shot to a close. So much fun. I got to use a dragon. I love using dragons.
Target.
Dragons and vampires, my two favorite enemies to use.
Dragon
I
vampire.
Dragon vampires.
I realized mistake. I shouldn't have gone monk for the dragon. I couldn't hit it with a damn.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everyone that came out to support us. Literally can't do this without you. So from the bottom of my heart, everyone at the Lost Caravan, we heckin' love you. Alright, I do want to go around one more time, give everyone a chance for them to tell you who they are and where they can find you. It's a day. Where they can find you on the internet. We'll go clockwise, starting for me, which means you're starting with Dido.
Hello, I'm Dido. You can find me on Twitter at Dido11, where I repost everything that's going on here. And Wednesday night, I will be over on Random Rhapsody doing vampire stuff. We're playing Curse of Strahd, and we're in Death House, and I've just been possessed by a child. So that's fun.
Damn.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's really funny because we just got a level up, so my character is like kind of strong, and now they're supposed to be afraid of everything. So that's really awesome that I get to play the antithesis of what my character's build actually is. And yeah, casting calls will go up in 2 days, so keep an eye out for that. We've been working very hard on all of that kind of stuff. Hoop does great work, as does everybody else on the cast. I'm so upset that my little toad friend died, but it was so great playing with everybody tonight. And Hoop, thank you so much.
That was very
Definitely
close to
was.
disaster.
A couple times.
I mean, I couldn't make a roll to save my life.
Till the
I
very
mean, I
end.
couldn't against the dragon.
I was like, I'm up, I'm down, I'm
You
up, I'm
got it
down.
when it mattered.
Exactly.
That brings us over to Bard.
Barter Goblins. You can find me on Twitter at Barter Goblins, but you can also find me on Friday nights over at Distal's Place playing Endeavors of the Sword Coast as the friendly neighborhood goblin Schmezzy.
Love. Over to Bunny.
Hi, Lil Bunny Fufu. Typically, I'm at twitch.tv/LilBunnyFufu on Monday evenings. Play things from like Dead by Daylight, Overwatch 2, a variety. Wednesday, I will be here with Switch GMing another Pathfinder game. And that's where I am. Also, Twitch. Listen, I'm not sad that I've died because so far I've only survived one of Hoop's games. And honestly, I have a wonderful mental image of just, if you guys need to, grabbing Canopio by the ankles and like just hitting somebody with her corpse to get a couple of poison spores in their face. Just she's a
so
mushroom
what?
person.
So what you're saying is when you run the one shot and he's in your party, you're concentrating on him.
No, cause like, first off, I'm very much one of those like TTRPG and stuff. We're playing
It's a joke.
together to tell a story. I totally get that, but like some people on the internet are like, no, you fight the GM.
Yeah, some people
Like,
are like that.
Like, I appreciate that if I had rolled better, a cultist could have taken a ladder to the face.
Mm-hmm.
I,
That would have been
I
great.
had built my rogue mainly for like, oh, this is a dungeon crawl. So like sneakery and finding traps, and it's like, surprise, the trap is a dragon.
Trap was the
Dragon.
friends we made along the way.
And I was like,
But see, we gotta wonder what would have happened if we pulled them all out of the circle.
well, yeah, maybe that would have been, but also I bled a lot in the circle.
That's fair.
So that could have easily been well, you gave enough blood anyway.
Is that all you got?
It is all I got. I loved it.
Over to Luke.
All right, hey, I'm Luke. This is Clover. You can find me on Discord at, believe it or not, Corvus_Duskwalker, playing the character for my Discord's namesake. I believe I'm also Corvus_Duskwalker on Twitch these days as well. You can find me randomly sporadic caravan games. One in particular coming up in June 20th. Bunny, help me out with that. June 20th? About.
Sure.
In June. Where we finish up our murder mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in that. That might have been
I thought you ran it.
It is the
That's
20th.
Pix.
No, it's a different bunny.
different
Oh,
button.
Is that the one?
crap.
We have two bunnies.
There's two bunnies?
That's the one
Okay.
that's the one my Friday DM is running.
Okay.
But
Well,
it is the 20th.
Gotcha.
She
And
loves
then
chaos.
but yeah, I've been in a few of Hoop games. I've survived all of them.
Boo.
This is the
Me
second
too.
time he has
I've been in one.
is the second time he has thrashed me mercilessly with a dragon. And the other one, I was small forever. I was pocket sized forever. But yeah, this is a great game. It is great, folks. Check out the rest of the Pathfinder 2 games this week and have fun.
That just leaves me. I, of course, have been Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. Although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM chair in the coming weeks, because we have a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we are here to support it. That's all I got. Stick around for the rest of the Pathfinder week if you like Pathfinder, if you like cool nerds. That's... We're right over to Magi RPG, playing some Vampire the Masquerade. And yeah, as always, be good people, do good things, and bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.